Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Great Pogcast. Today we have Future Ranger and Eluna. That's right, we have a double feature today. I decided to have both of them on together. Enjoy. Ranger, you've been hitting the streaming hard lately.
Yeah, so I've been having a lot of help from other stream captains and stream friends, but I would say the stream raiders probably helped me the most in coming into it, because once Lixie kind of like pushed me in that direction, I kind of like went into it head first. So ever since then, being that it's a small community, not very saturated, it's helped out a lot in numbers and viewership. So I've had a lot of the captains send in raids and stuff as well, especially recently. So it's been helping out a lot as well.
Yeah. What about you, Eluna? I just haven't seen you live as much.
Well, I've been having some stream issues. Yeah, unfortunately. But it's been going really well, my numbers are small, but it comes with growth, it's just a matter of grinding it out. And I have Ranger to thank a lot for, like his community goes in, stops by and says hi and stuff, so it helps a lot,
Yeah.
But sending numbers, I'm fine. I'm not like, this is that. No, it's work. It's work that, is definitely worth it. So yeah.
Yeah. And how's work going? Is that interfering too much? I always find it a little hard to balance work, free time, and then streaming on top of it.
Yeah, well, I usually, what I do is I get off around like maybe 3 or 30ish.
Yeah.
So I like to try to have a time in between where it's like, okay, this time between like 3 and 4ish, I'm gonna chill with Ranger and mod or whatever, and then at like 5:30, that's when like I start stream. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And you stream until like do you have a schedule, like particular days?
Well, it kind of varies on like the days I work. So like if I work the next day, I won't stream as late. So I may go into like 9ish, 10ish. And then if I don't work the next day, then it's like midnight. So, it's longer streams, longer grind. Just depends what I'm streaming and if I'm pissed with Valorant or not. But it happens.
And what about you, Future? What's your stream schedule? When are you usually on, and what's your vibe?
So for mine, I used to go from about 10 to 2:30, but getting kind of like doing that, I felt like it was a little like too short compared to what I was trying to do. So I kind of changed it based on when people were starting to come into the stream and when I had the most participation and all those kinds of things. So I changed it to 12 to 5:30 so that I can kind of accommodate kind of in the middle of the day for when people are working, they want to come and place with me, anything kind of like that. So it's about 12 to 5:30. That seems to be working the best for me. So
12 to 5:30. Okay. No, that's nice. And what about work? Did you say that you I know that you were interviewing for a new job. Did you end up getting it?
Yeah, so I interviewed for about 2 positions. I got 1 position, but that one didn't work out. The second one I've never really heard back from. So of course the job job search continues, but I still have the National Guard behind it, so I have that going for me. I called them today, did all that kind of stuff, but the job search is still going. So
yeah, and you just got out of the military 6 weeks ago?
February 13th, so about a month.
About 4 weeks ago. Okay. Well, what was that like in the military? I've never I've never been in the military before. Do you?
Well, being that I went from high school directly into the military, it was kind of like that was all I really knew. So every day was pretty much the same. Everything, you got to be at a certain time or 15 minutes prior to it. But most of it wasn't too bad. Like, it's an easy living if, you know, you're just being an adult. That's the easiest thing to do, is to go into the military. But everything I try to say is explore your options
Wait. Did you
first.
just say the easiest thing to do as an adult is going into the military?
I mean, as weird as that sounds, yeah, probably, because
What?
the reason I even have a way to back it up too. So this is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
So they give you a place to stay.
Yep.
They give you a paycheck that's going to be more than minimum wage wherever you're at.
Right.
You pretty much don't have to think for yourself, because they tell you, okay, be here wearing this, because you wear the exact same thing every day. Be here wearing this at this time, and that's literally all that's required of you. And then from there, they say, okay, go do this, go do this, go do this. But basically, they tell you every single thing to do, so you don't even have to think for yourself. You're just working at what they tell you to do, and then you go home. Like, it's literally easy. But like I was saying, though, you gotta explore your options.
Yeah, but that can't be the easiest. Like, let's be honest here. You could get deployed and you could potentially lose your life. You could get seriously injured. You got to go through basic. Come on. I feel like you're simplifying it a little bit there, don't you think?
I mean, I feel like it's more of like everybody who wasn't in the military, like over exaggerating what it is. Like,
sure.
Of course, basic's scary. Like, you can go into basic, like, I get it. You go into basic, you're scared, doing whatever, but basic isn't that bad, especially these days, because they're toning it down a lot. It's a new army, it's a new day, it's all these different things. So when you go in there, there's like a lot of things they can't do to you. Like, yeah, they're gonna yell at you, but who wasn't 5 years old trying to get on a counter or something and getting yelled at? Like, if you can survive that, you'll be perfectly fine.
Okay. I've like I said, I've never been in the military or anything, so I have no idea what it's like. And what about you, Eluna? How did you even how did you meet Ranger? I wanted to have you guys both on the both on the cast, because you guys have one of the funniest dynamics I've seen. And so I was like, well, if I'm gonna have Future Ranger, you got to have Eluna as well. Like, it just has to happen.
How I met Ranger? Well, we were into each other. And basically we
did he just appear in front of you?
No, he did not. We were messaging each other on Instagram, I think it was. Yeah. We were messaging each other on Instagram, and I was working, and he was like, hey, let's go do something tonight or whatever. And I was like, oh, I got work and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But somehow, I don't know why, my managers were like, hey, you're free to go. And I was like, great, yeah. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey, I just got out. And he was like, hell yeah, let's go do something. So went to go do something, and I think we agreed on pool. Kicked my ass 3 times, obviously, because I suck. And yeah, we just started dating from there, and we hung out a lot. We did a lot of fun things.
It's very nice of you to let her win there, Future.
Eventually.
Eventually. What do you mean eventually? I didn't win. Yeah, twice.
It was a 3-peat. If I win one time, it's got to be a 3-peat. Like, and then you can win afterwards.
You're such a afterwards. Wow.
Is that how it works? Okay.
That's how it works.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, now we know how you operate, man.
Yeah, but yeah, we just kind of knew each other in person, and then once he started streaming, I was kind of, his backseat person who he'd tell everything to about it. I mean, I didn't understand anything of it at first. I was like, yeah, sure, totally, yeah, get it. That's great. I've always supported him no matter what. So he can be an ass, he can be a dick, but it's Ranger. What do you expect? So
I mean, I feel like everybody can be an ass and a dick at times, right?
Yeah,
it happens. It happens. Like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
And so, how did you guys meet on Instagram? Like, what? That just seems so crazy.
We just, I don't know. We just kind of hooked up, and we just kind of liked each other, and yeah, that's
on Instagram.
It's a longer story than that, but
we got time. We ain't going anywhere.
Oh my god.
look, I'm gonna ask.
Well, I was just being an idiot, basically. That's what I was doing. I don't know Ranger's side of it, but I was being stupid. And I had a downfall in life, I guess, so to speak.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so, after a while, I was like, okay, this is gonna be like this is gonna be the time where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck around. And if I meet someone, I meet someone. So I met Ranger on Tinder, but then we ended up meeting on Instagram because I wasn't necessarily responding to him for like a good month, maybe.
What? Yo!
What?
2 months. 2 months.
That is such
So
a liar.
Ranger was the one pursuing it then.
Yeah.
Like straight up, you messaged him or you messaged her multiple times and didn't hear back and just kept at it.
Probably like twice, and then like I let it go because I'm not a person that'll like message somebody and then like message them back the next day. So I message once, I'll wait like 1 or 2 weeks and I'll message again. But there's probably like 3 before she was like, "Hey, I never come on here. Come on Instagram." And I was like,
"Oh my god, oh my god." Anyways, yeah. So I left him on scene for like the longest time, and when we did meet in person, he actually gave it to me. He's like, you didn't respond to me for this much time, and I was like, I didn't know. Yeah, so I think me and Ranger kind of always been like that. It's just because I didn't do that one thing, so he pushes me for it. So yeah, you hate to see it. But now we constantly text and we constantly talk. So
yeah.
It's cool. I don't know. It's Ranger. I mess around with him too much. There's literally there's no seriousness between us at all. Especially when we're both streaming. That's a whole other thing.
What do you mean?
We just joke around way too much. Like I could be in Val and like I could be getting shit on completely, and Ranger could be like having 30 kills or some shit, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm getting trashed on." It's like, no, you're fucking not. Like, shut up. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
He nods his head because he's like, I do get shut up. No, he doesn't. He's a liar. He lies. He carries me all the time, and he doesn't want to admit it. But he's a god. That's like the game that I specifically asked him to carry me on because he's just god tiered it. So, yeah.
I mean, you are good, man. You don't give yourself enough credit. I tried telling you that.
Like, I'm a perfectionist in that game though. Like, cause like there's a lot of people that are better than me. I'm not saying I'm a god by any means, but like I'll play the game right, and then like every single time I die, it's like, oh, I should have done this. I should have pursued it this way. I should have went this way. I shouldn't have done this. And then I do that along with everybody else. So I'm always strategizing in my head when I'm playing the game.
Yeah. It's funny too, because like we'll have moments like in between where we're like in buy phase, and he'll kind of go out and about and like spawn. He'll be like, yeah, so I was like right here and like this and that and like I should have done this, and I'm like, dude, it's you like we could have done everything, but there's times when me and Ranger definitely do get shit on, but I'm definitely not good at the game at all. Ranger constantly carries me, and he fully aware knows that. So
Cool. And Ranger, how do you feel about Eluna saying that you guys met on Instagram?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, to spare some details, she goes straight to the Instagram, but she just wasn't trying to put all the dirt on the table. That's about all.
There's nothing to be embarrassed saying that you guys. Why
I'm still on Tinder now. Like, hello, like it happens.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, why?
I don't know.
Look, I'm just. Why be so scared to say that?
I'm a shy human. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not a human.
Is it shy though, or is it
I don't know.
Slightly embarrassed?
I don't know.
Like I feel like pride enters that at some point.
I don't know. I definitely have zero pride, but I think if there's one thing that I definitely did right, it's definitely meeting Ranger. So, he fully aware knows that he's not gonna, admit anything. But yeah, it's definitely yeah.
And Ranger, were you on base at the time?
Yeah.
And what's that like? What's it like dating people or anything on base? Are there different rules that apply to it, or in terms of like letting people on? Like, yeah, I know nothing about this. I know nothing about the military. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, there's a specific rules to like bring people onto base, but it's not like terrible. So before the virus started spreading and all that other stuff,
yeah.
all it was one person needed to have their military ID, and then you could take them on post, and that was it. The only extra rules that we had was, since I was in the barracks, I can't really bring somebody into the barracks without like signing them in. They have to be gone at a certain time and all this kind of stuff. So obviously there's going to be loopholes there to where people don't want us to let them go, because people always bring people in. They don't want to sign them in. But those are about the only rules, was either abide by the gate regulations, and then secondly, abide by, of course, the barracks regulations. But other than that, there isn't really too much on that base. So.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And you did 4 years in the military and then got out?
Yep, I did 4 years and 5 months. A long 4 year and 5 months, but I did those. I deployed, of course, one time to South Korea, so I spent 9 months of that in South Korea.
Ooh.
But other than that, yeah, it was basically all back in Texas. So.
And what was it like? What was it like being deployed in South Korea? Just boring,
it was honestly wasn't too much different than us being like in Texas. It was just more of a, you're further from home. Time zones were different.
Yeah, I get that.
It was of course colder because we were there. We went there in October, and then we came back in like June. So we got to experience, of course, the whole winter, but luckily it was a mild winter, so it was only about like 26 or so. So it didn't get like drop like it usually does. But of course, as the culture wise though, they had a lot of things there to where it was actually cool to experience it. We went to a lot of like Korean barbecue places. They had a virtual baseball thing that we went to. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah, they had like virtual baseball. So imagine like a batting cage, right? So you go into a batting cage, you go in there, you can put a helmet on, you can do whatever, but there's a giant screen in front of you, and there's like nets around you. So what happens is it pitches the ball to you, and then
like a batting cage. Yeah.
So it's just like that, but it has a screen. So depending on where the ball hits, there's sensors all around the room. So depending on where the ball hits, it plays it out on the screen, and then you like play a whole game.
That's actually not that weird. Like, you've probably seen it. Luna's probably even seen it. They have like the the virtual golf, where they have the little screen up in front of the
I think
in front of the cage, and you like hit the ball and it goes right in there, and then you like watch it, I guess. I don't know.
They have that same thing over there too. It's just the one that we went to was the baseball one. I never went to the golf one, but they had one of those too.
Yeah. I've seen they have virtual golf like here, but I've never even heard of virtual baseball, and that also weirds me out. Well, it just, I don't know. It seems interesting that South Korea has Korean barbecue places, because I just think of it being Americanized,
But I mean, they don't speak the language, they don't do anything like that. But one thing that was cool, until you had to keep doing it over and over again, was if you went to the restaurants, the way it worked was you'd walk in there, and you would sit down at a table and you would order like what you wanted. But instead of like them bringing it out cooked, you would order like, if it was like a deli or something. So you'd be like, okay, I want steak. You would order steak, and they would bring it to you, and there'd be a skillet like in front of you. So you'd sit there with everybody else, get your spices, all that kind of stuff, and you would cook it there on that skillet yourself. And then they had like this little like hose thing that came down from the top, and it would suck up all the steam that was coming in, but you'd sit there and cook yourself. That was like the restaurant that they had.
Okay. Almost like a Benihana's or whatever.
Like
but
a
at your table.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Crazy. I didn't know that they did that. That's nuts. Was the food over there pretty good? Was it pretty killer?
Yeah, it was pretty good, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like it's good because if you go over there and you order some steak and then you cook it yourself, you can't really complain about it because you cooked it yourself. You know what I mean? So if you didn't season it right, that's on you. So they have that going for them in their aspect. But
Fair enough.
I tried sushi over there for the first time. Actually, I didn't have sushi until I went to Korea,
Mhm.
and I actually went to my first like sushi buffet type thing. And what happened was we would sit down at this table, and there'd just be plates. But the thing was, they had a conveyor belt that ran all the way through the restaurant. So you'd sit at the table and you would just look at this conveyor belt. So every time something came through that you wanted, you would just take it off the conveyor belt and put it on your on your table, eat it, and then you just wait for the next thing to come by. So there'd be like we had some people that ate a bunch of sushi, so you'd have like just
you stack it up. Yeah,
a stack of plates.
Oh my god.
you need to visit Seattle, dude. They have those all over the place. Yeah, you pull it off. You just pull it off and eat it, and you count it up. Different colors or different prices, and yeah.
I should have known you did that because when I said it, your face did not change expression. I know. I have that like in 10 different places. You know what I mean?
You're like, I had this really weird experience.
No, I'm talking like it was something new, and he's over here like, "Oh, you mean
I went to this one
down
place
the street?"
Yeah. I went to this one place where you order a pizza, they put the toppings on top of the pizza, and they slide it into this fire oven for like 10 minutes. It's like, dude, yeah, they have that everywhere. That's nothing new. Maybe not in Texas. I'm not sure where you grew up or whatever, but if you get a little closer to the water, yeah, they got those places. They got those places. Yeah, that's one of the things that I miss living here in Tennessee is the abundance of sushi places. Now here there are some that are like really, really good, but it's just not like they're just not like everywhere, which is a little bit different. I'm getting used to that, man. So, yeah. For Eluna.
Oh no.
What? I just said your name.
Oh no.
Shut it, Ranger.
Look, you need to look. This isn't. You need to get over being embarrassed. You just need to let the conversation happen, Eluna. Can you tell Future that she's a little embarrassed?
I mean, ever since
a little nervous. I think the nerves are definitely getting to her.
I'm gonna beat you, Ranger.
I feel like this is how she kind of always is on stream though. So I feel like she would grow more if she just opened up more. Like grow herself on stream and just be like confident on stream. She would have literally exceeded me in numbers.
Yeah, you don't even need to be confident. You just need to be yourself.
That is
like the more real you get with people, the more real you get with. Oh, she gone?
Sorry.
She left.
No,
she's back. It just like you said, it's a confidence thing, right? And the more real you get with people, the more people are, they feel engaged. They like feeling that. I like feeling that. If I go into somebody's channel and they're like super meek and shy and you can't have a conversation, like you can't, you communicate well with them. It's not the same experience. It's really not.
Well, as a kid, I wouldn't say as a kid, but I guess growing up, with like the parents I had, so to speak, I definitely did grow up with a lot of anxiety. So I guess like speaking in front of people, it's a little hard for me, but I have my moments where it's
yeah.
Don't shut up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I regret what I said, and I'm like, damn, why did I say that? But it's it happens. So it's kind of out of the blue moments, but it's definitely something that it takes a process to work on, especially with someone like has severe anxiety like me. So yeah.
Well, that would definitely play into it. And good on you for working on it and slowly but surely, like kind of getting over it and making the best of it. That can't be an easy process. I've never experienced anxiety. I've had times in life where I've been a nervous wreck, but it was never anything that I really had to work
Worry
through
about,
on a daily basis, right? So for you, it's like
Yeah.
amplified, right? So good on you for working through that.
Yeah.
I will say this though, growing up, public speaking was one of the hardest things for me. Like I was so bad at it to the point where I got picked on for it. So
Oh boy.
yeah, no, I'm 100% serious, and it used to be a real struggle for me. And a lot of it came down to practice and learning from public speaking. I spent a lot of time, like when I first started streaming, going back and listening to myself over and over again. Like I would do a stream and I would literally go back and listen to the entire stream as I was doing something else, just so I could get used to the feeling of hearing my own voice. And that was, hearing my own voice was one of the weirdest hurdles to get over. I used to hate it. And part of what I did to kind of get over that was get equipment and really focus in on audio to make sure that my voice sounded as good as possible, right? Getting as much help as possible, like getting hardware and software and learning about audio and how to tailor that sound to fit my voice. Just so when I would hear it back, I could actually listen to it more easier. Yeah, isn't that weird? That's so weird.
A little bit, but that's kind of like something that I'd like to do too. Try to figure out a way to get my mic better, because when I listen to my own mic, I feel like I'm far away. It's not coming in as clear. Like I use RTX voice and all that, but that is something that I feel is most important in your stream, is you actually talking, because game audio can always come through. You can turn that on, but like you actually coming through, one thing that actually keeps people in or makes people leave usually is your voice actually like talking to them. So
oh, you're 100% right.
Yeah, Ranger's always having mic issues. He'll like start stream and he'll sound all weird, and I'm like, your mic's just, it's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working.
I'm not gonna lie, I do have a voice changer, and sometimes it likes to turn itself on. So
today today, for example, he was echoing, and I told him, I was like, "Yo, you're echoing."
Hey, you're echoing, dude.
He tried fixing it. He still didn't fix it, and I was like, "You're still echoing." Like,
you know what you need to do? You need to keep your cell phone handy, so if someone says you got an issue, you can pop open your cell phone and hear yourself back.
Yeah, see what's going on, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can flip a switch and hear my own audio in my head, so I don't necessarily need to do that. But if you don't have a mixer or whatever, the easiest thing to do is just to pop open the cell phone and say something and then wait for it. You know, you wait for the delay to come back around.
All 25 seconds of delay.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Oh.
Sure.
By the way, is there anything worse than watching Twitch on a phone?
Oh my god, I don't think so.
The experience is so bad. It's so awful.
So. No.
I feel like I have to set a timer every time I send a message for 20 seconds to be like, okay, now I sent it.
Yeah.
Okay, now when are they going to get it? Start the clock. Okay.
Yeah. You're not wrong, dude. I'm the same way. You know, during the day I'm working, so I can turn on, you know, the PC upstairs, well, one of the PCs upstairs, and get, you know, Twitch going and lurk in on a few people. And what I'll do is kind of visit different channels on the phone and just you say hi, say what's up casually, you know, once every 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, you know, send out a couple of messages and check in on people. But man, anytime I'm using Twitch on the phone, even just to chat, it's like I'm going to send this message, and if I don't leave them context, like I need to repeat what they said back in my message. They're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about. Like if they say something funny and I type like lol, like LUL, they won't know what I'm laughing about by the time they see that message. Because there's the lag between it actually sends, and then they still have to see it after that. And that could be like another 10 or 15 seconds. And by that point, like, the joke's over. The joke, like 35 seconds later, the joke's gone. So, yeah, I hate it, but yeah, that's what I got to do. That's what we all do. By the way, Future Ranger rocking the Twitch sweatshirt right now. That's a power move, sir.
Gotta represent.
Gotta represent.
You got merch, you gotta wear the merch, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm wearing my shirt right now, but man, I would feel too self-conscious to wear a Twitch sweatshirt. I don't think I've reached. I don't know. I just don't feel like I've lived that level yet. I don't think I'm there.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm there, but I spent the money on it, so I'm gonna wear it. I was gonna wear it.
Oh my god.
I see people rocking the Twitch merch. I'm like, okay. They're like big time. They're like big time people. I'm like, I feel weird wearing it. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I mean, I know that I could and totally be okay with it, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like weird personally.
The viewership that you pull, I'm pretty sure you could wear it. Like, I don't think I've ever seen your stream under like 13 people. Like,
I have my days. Streaming is interesting. You got your ups and your downs. You're right, and I've had a lot of ups, but there's also downs to it too. I don't know. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. People think it's a sprint, but it's not. That's why I don't worry about
numbers,
like pushes or numbers. Well, I do worry about numbers. I do.
I don't.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. There is benefit to just getting your reps in.
Mm-hmm.
And getting used to speaking, like there's levels to it, right? You have to get to the point where you can hear yourself and get used to hearing yourself back, and being able to communicate to people and be able to, have like 5, 6, 7 different people in chat talking to you and being able to communicate and carry on different conversations, because a lot of the time when you're streaming, and Ranger knows this, and in Eluna you do too, right? You're trying to like juggle these different conversations that are going on, so you have to repeat yourself back to them, but then also repeat their message back and then add to it. So it's a big juggling act, and so to a degree, just getting used to that has its merit. But a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't worry about numbers." And I do worry about numbers, because being a channel that's like in the small to small mid range, I worry about growth and sustaining that growth and attracting new people. And so what I do is I try to figure out what I did that worked. What happened that day? What message did I send out? What was my stream title? And going back and looking at those things does make a difference, because that helps me decide what I do moving forward. And it's not an exact science, and I'm still working on it, but I do pay attention to numbers. But I also have my moments where I just don't. There's times that I stream and I'm like, I just get too stubborn, and that's my problem. It's a weakness. It's not me being stubborn is not a strength. It's a complete weakness. And me and Marley talked about this on our episode of the podcast, where I just have those moments where I don't care. Like, I don't care what people say. I don't care how many times I die. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do this until we win. Like, we're just doing it.
Said every Dark Souls player ever.
Yeah. Well, in regards to Dark Souls, there's beauty in that. People tune in to watch that, and that's one of the games that they watch, and Darkest Dungeon too. they tune in to watch you lose. There's benefit to that. And if you've like never played Dark Souls, like people will flock to see someone that's never played Dark Souls play it, because you're just gonna fail. There's no way around it. You're just gonna fail.
You're just gonna die.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. 100%. But that's one of the things that I kind of focus in on streaming is, what did I do this stream that worked? I do look at my stats back and try to figure out, like, okay, what happened? How can I improve that in the future? And is that something you ever tried to do, Ranger, when you're streaming?
For me, I probably I would say that I would kind of worry about my numbers a little too much, especially during the time of me trying to go for a streamer or affiliate and those kinds of things right now.
Yeah.
I say that I beat myself up, especially in the beginning, trying to go for even at most Twitch affiliate, because I see, at first I don't really do it too much now, but at first I used to go into people's streams. I would mark it like I'm doing right now, and I would keep going in there, and I'd be like, I'm more entertaining than this person. Why am I not growing? You know what I mean? But then I kind of hit like I hit a spot, like
ego
during my streaming after I came back from like deployment, and I actually started streaming on a PC. I started sitting there and I was like, if I just keep going in and supporting people, if I just, sit here and do me, like eventually things are going to come. You know what I mean? If I know I'm entertaining, somebody else is going to find out that I'm entertaining. I'm like, let me just do me and not really worry about it. But as the regard of me looking at my numbers, I do look after every stream just to make sure. And of course, just like anybody, if I have a good stream and I look back at it and I'm sitting there with a 15, viewer average like I had about 3 days ago, of course, I'm going to be super happy myself, and that's going to make me keep on streaming, because those days when you have, 3 average for a viewer, it's going to happen, which is why I tell people don't really worry about it. Just keep on doing it. It's a grind. It's a whole marathon, but like, I look at it, but at the same time, more recently, it's kind of like I'm just going to come on and stream. I'm going to play whatever game I want. I'm just here to like play a game. And if you come in and chat with me, I'll have a conversation with you. And that's just kind of how I've approached streaming so far, which actually has worked. So.
Okay. That is next level. That's balls to the wall. Okay. and what about you, Eluna? Do you have a particular kind of mindset approach that you take when you sit down and
like Ranger said, I just kind of do me. I don't really worry about anything too much, I mean, I'm still a small streamer myself, so whatever happens, it happens. But when I'm streaming, I like to just kind of chill, and keep a conversation with somebody or whoever's in chat. If I get, subs or whatever, it happens, I'm grateful for it, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I just like talking to stream. I think that's like the number one important thing is like, no matter how many viewers you have, whether it's 1 or 2 or whatever, it's just a matter of, actually engaging with chat and, saying, hey, like, I appreciate you for like stopping in. So, I mean, I have my days where it's like, damn, like I got a hella good number, but at the end of the day, to me, because I guess I just, as a science major, I constantly work with numbers in my head. I try not to focus on the numbers because, it's gonna get me off my, I wouldn't say vibe, but I guess you could say vibe. So I just, chill and, I just piss off with Ranger, and that's what brings people in. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So you said you're a science major?
I am.
What type of science?
Radiology.
Radiology. Okay. Oh, is that a bachelor degree?
Right now it's just an associate's because
associates. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm just curious.
But until then,
sorry, I'm not like judging. I'm just curious. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Professor flexing his degrees over here. Like,
no,
guess what I have?
no. That's why I said that.
Yeah, no. Right now it's just an associate's.
Okay. Yeah. And so long term.
Long term, hopefully a bachelor's. Depending
In what?
how old my son is. Radiology, same thing.
Radiology. Okay, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully to be a radiology therapist, but until then it's just radiology technician. So
What's the difference?
So radiology technician is basically the one that consults with the doctor and the therapist, and they do all the paperwork, and they take pictures of like the broken bone or whatever they need to be scanned. And as far as the therapist goes, they're the ones that actually physically talk with the doctor and do all the other random stuff that the technician shouldn't have to handle. So that's pretty much it. Really.
Every time I've broken a bone and I've had to go in to get like x-rays and stuff, literally here's what happens. I could be wrong, but it seems like the doctor kind of has the easy job. Because what happens is I go in, I go, dude, look, I broke my wrist. And what he'll do is like he'll literally all he does is I'll be like, here's my wrist. 99, like I broke enough bones that I know that I've broken it, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll go in and they'll like I'm holding up my hand now, and like the doctor will be like, oh yeah, da 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 da, like feel around. I'll go ow when he hits the spot. You go, okay, go get x-rays. And then the x-ray technician is like, you know, here you gotta put this thing on, right? Put your hand out here. You put the lead vest on for the radiation, right? Yeah, exactly. And then you put your hand out and they're like, oh yeah, now we're gonna take pictures and now rotate it and do all this, right? And they take the different pictures. The doctor has the easy job.
Yeah, no.
What?
I agree. Yeah.
Is that, am I crazy to think that?
No, you're not.
Yeah, okay.
You're not.
I go in there and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know that you're charging my insurance company like $500 for this for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You did your job in 2 minutes. The x-ray is a separate fee. They're the ones doing all the heavy lifting. What, $500 to feel around on my wrist for 10 seconds until I say ow? And then oh wait, no, I also have to tell them it's a sharp pain. I go, ow, that's a sharp pain. And they're like, okay, go get x-rayed.
1 to 10.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There's a difference between x-ray and ibuprofen. There's a gap there between what they're gonna give you, huh?
That's
right. Are we going for a cast or are we going with some Advil, you know?
So look, just be prepared that when you actually do that like full time, you'll probably be doing the heavy lifting. The doctor's just gonna send them on through, baby, like every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm prepared for it. I've been planning to major in science since I was like 5, I think. So, you know, I think science has always just kind of been my nerdy field. And then I got into video games as a kid as well, and then I stopped completely, and then I met Ranger, obviously, and he opened up the can of worms. So yeah, now.
But you said you did, yeah, you really didn't know too much about streaming and Twitch.
I did not
until Future came around.
Yeah.
So did you have a Twitch account before Ranger?
No, I did not. He actually texted me before affiliate, and he was like,
"Hey, yeah, give me that view."
Yeah, he was like, "Can you make this account for me for a view?" And I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Sitting there watching myself on my phone, like, "Hey, so can you come in for a little bit?"
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know anything about PC or anything like that.
Hey,
I completely like stopped gaming entirely, and yeah, I
like
met
most
Rangers
normal people, yes,
Bud.
right,
yeah, I met Ranger Stank Bud, and now I'm gamer life, so
yeah,
it happens, unfortunately. Just kidding.
True.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm 34 years old. I'll be 35 next month. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you found that part funny. That was the serious part. She's over here laughing already. I'm like, I'm 34.
You old as hell.
Why is that the funny part?
I mean, my brother's 40, so you know, that's progress. It's okay. My brother's a lot older and not very wise, so it's okay.
I don't know how any of that relates to me.
I don't know either. I'm half asleep right now. Like, I'm legit half asleep right now. I'm not
She thinks of you as an old brother, apparently. That's what it is.
Yeah, yikes. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, what I was trying to say before I got laughed at was that I'm 34. I'll be 35 next month. And up until I started streaming, I had maybe 3 games in my Steam account. From ever. You know, Steam's been around since I was a kid, right? Probably, I don't know, 15 years ago is probably when they like started getting big. I don't know. I could be wrong. I didn't pay attention to Steam. It didn't matter. I had 3 games. I had like Age of Empires and like maybe one other game, maybe 2.
The OG Age of Empires.
Mm-hmm. No. I didn't even have the OG. I got Definitive when it came out. Because I was like, I'm going to play this game. Because I loved Age of Empires as a kid. And I had it like on my PCs all the way up until Definitive came out. So that was one of the few that I actually bought. So I started streaming. And now I look at my Steam account and I have like I got so many games now.
Has to count.
Yeah. No, like here. You guys can take a look. Like
a streamer.
Mm-hmm.
See? Like, look at this. I can actually, like, literally, I can scroll through it now. Like, it's not huge. I know there's gamers out there that have lists way bigger, but all of this started happening post streaming. I had Age of Empires, I had Atlas, and Ark, and that was it. Yeah, 3. I nailed it. I actually nailed it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. So yeah, like I've actually never gamed more in my entire life than
streaming.
Until streaming. Yeah, until now. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Without a doubt. You know, because as a kid, you'd play games like with your friends once a week or twice a week, and that would be it. And now it's like, okay, you got to get on the routine, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a week. You got to do your thing and stream and entertain. And I get it. There's a difference between there's a big difference between sitting down and playing a game and streaming it. Streaming a game, you get interrupted a lot. You know, you're talking to chat. You have other things happening. So it's not the same experience, but I never had any games in my Steam account until I started streaming. What about you, Future?
So I'm a very new PC gamer. So as for Steam, I already knew by the time I got to like PC. But me growing up, it was more of like, you know, I'll see my dad play something like OG Diablo 1, Diablo 2, the old ones. Yeah. And I'll see him play that. You know, I'd be sitting there. That was how I grew up, was watching him play like Diablo 2 and all that. So when I grew up, you know, I'd play Diablo on his account a few times. You know, I'd come on, I'd play Age of Empires because we had a second PC. So me and him would link up on there. Like, because that was back when you had to be local to actually play games together. You couldn't, like, you know, go online. You'd play local with each other. So we would go on and play local Age of Empires and all that kind of stuff. But that was the extent of my PC gaming. But I grew up more of on a console. So I had the whole transition within the last year or so, going from straight, you know, PlayStations growing up and all those kinds of things to going like straight to PC and having to do that whole transition into PC. So it was, I've been a gamer like my whole life, I would say, because I've been playing a lot of those console type things. But as for a PC gamer, it's been very recently.
You're doing the same thing I am, making that switch from a console controller. Oh, that it sucks, man. It sucks playing any game on mouse and keyboard. Not used to it at all.
It's rough.
It is. Well, because people that grew up mouse and keyboard, that play mouse and keyboard, that love mouse and keyboard, they will shit on you. Yeah. They will shit on you if you're your controller. You can't compete. You really can't. I mean, there's a few exceptions that can, but if you really want to get good, just go mouse and keyboard. It's so much more accurate, especially for like shooters. Like, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. Yeah. If I'm streaming like Dark Souls, you can get away with, a controller. That's fine. But if you need that precise movement and you're going for headshot, you got to be mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
So Eluna,
sure.
Where are you going next with your streaming?
What do you mean? Where am I going?
What are your plans? What are your plans?
Question.
Ranger, shut up.
Yeah.
Where am I going? As of right now, I'm kind of just taking it day by day. Partner is really hard. Just because you have to have that 75 average view or something.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not even worried about that.
I'm not even really worried about partner. I'm just trying to, make people laugh and smile. Into the next few days. It's like I said. I'm not really worried about the numbers or whatever. It's just kind of what comes. Just going with the flow. At least that's what works for me. I know a lot of streamers are different.
Yeah. Was it weird? Was it weird when Ranger told you, "Hey, I actually broadcast to like strangers on the internet on the rig"? Like, was that a weird adjustment?
I don't think he like worded it that way. He just kind of was like, "Yeah, I stream this or whatever."
See, I've never had to tell this. Like, I've never had to tell this to a chick, so I'm taking notes.
He's hiding his notepad under the keyboard.
That's right. I know.
Taking
don't
notes.
Spoil it, man.
Yeah, no. When Ranger first told me about like his Twitch account and stuff, it was just kind of like, hey, I was doing this thing before that I'm trying to, like resume or whatever. If you could go in and like give me a view, that'd be great. And I was like, yeah, sure. And back then, I was just on my phone. I didn't have like my gaming laptop and all this fancy stuff. I just had my phone. That's all I had. So I would like leave him on my phone and I would talk and chat a lot, but like the lag was just insane because it's mobile. It sucks. But it's all I had. And I think the first game that I guess like that got me into like Twitch or whatever was TFT, I think. Yeah, TFT.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I went up on Val and Dead by Daylight and all this other stuff. But yeah, I didn't really know, like I said, I didn't really know anything about streaming. Ranger just kind of would give me like bits and pieces of it, or I would let him brag to me about like, all his stats and stuff, So
whoa, Future getting a little big timed over here.
The big time was me saying,
she would let you. She would let you brag.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't stream, so he just kind of like text me and he'd be like, "Oh, I got 2 viewers today, cool," and I'm like, "Great, yeah, let's keep it up." And then like, after a while,
you could be a little bit nicer about it, okay?
I mean, I was.
I know Ranger isn't saying anything.
I mean, he never says anything. I'll sit there. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I have had like 1 viewer." Yeah, okay. Pops off with like what, 15 viewers?
That was pre-affiliate days. So I'll be like, "I got 2 people today," and it'll be me on my computer and me on my phone. Like, I had 2 people, but that was it's been a crazy like transition though, and I'm pretty sure Professor can like relate to it. But it's been a crazy transition for about a year ago, me trying to go for, can I get 3 people today, to me going now being like, okay, can I get 30 people today? You know what I mean? Trying to go for what I'm trying to do now. But I feel like it's important to always keep pushing yourself to a higher,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You're right. Yeah. So Ranger, how did you get your start in stream? What made you say, what made you say I'm gonna stream to the world today? Sorry, I noticed I was fading too far back away from the mic, so I repeated myself. I got too comfortable. Yeah. See, that's the thing. When I'm sitting here, just like podcasting, I can sit there and watch the levels the entire time. And I can tell as soon as something's off, I started getting too comfortable, started fading away. And then suddenly got to the point where the mic isn't picking anything up anymore. But what made you say, hey, I'm gonna boot up my Xbox. I'm gonna stream some random game that I'm playing, and ProfessorHeylow is gonna come in here. He's gonna be entertained, even though I have no lighting, even though my room doesn't change colors, even though I don't have the Nightmare Before Christmas poster on the wall. What made you say, hey, I'm going to stream today?
So I would say back in the day, the very first thing I tried to stream on was, okay. But the very first thing I tried to stream on was my PlayStation 4. So, the PlayStation 4 had the little broadcast feature. So for me, I wasn't even streaming yet, but when I would come out in the mornings, before like the room, like would warm up or whatever in the winter, things like that, I would go onto my PlayStation and like I would look on it and I would be like, oh, I would be watching, because on there was a whole spot called broadcasting. So you could go in there and everybody that was broadcasting on the PS4, you could watch their streams. So I started watching theirs. I was like, cool, And I was like, oh, this person's playing a game that I could play. And then I knew that I could do it on the PlayStation 4. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So, one day I went on there. I turned it on, and obviously I didn't do any type of marketing. I'm sitting there doing absolutely nothing, playing like COD Zombies for my very first stream or something like that. And I'm playing, I'm running around doing whatever I can. And I'm, sitting at absolutely nobody coming in, because that was my first stream. I'm expecting new people to come in. I didn't understand how hard Twitch would be to actually bring people in. So little tiny me at like, 13, 14 years old, trying to like get these people coming in for my stream. Like way back in the day, way back when I broadcasted on PS4, like right before I went on deployment, I'm sitting there on my PS4 trying to stream. I'm telling people I'm like number 2 in the world on Overwatch and all these other lies to try to get clickbait type things in here, and it was not working for me. But I kind of just like, I saw streaming, I was like, you can actually come on here, and I mean it's good at like boosting yourself out there and growing yourself as a person, but I kind of sat there and I was like, if they could do it, I was like, I want people to come in and watch me play a game. And I thought I was a god at Call of Duty. I'm sitting here on Black Ops 2, quick sniping people and all this other stuff. I thought I was a god. I thought I was ready. I did not know, but that was the first thing. I came on. I was like, if these people can do it, I can do it. And I just kind of stuck with it, because I was like, if I can keep doing it, and of course I saw all these big Twitch people. I was like, oh, these people got all these people watching them, and I'm always a person that would want a lot of people watching me, because for me, I just want to like be the person to where somebody can come in, talk to me, and I can either, like Luna said earlier, either boost their day up or at least, make them laugh for a little bit, because I've always been, a person that was been good at putting smiles on people. So if I could put a smile on massive amounts of people and like help people grow, because that's my ultimate goal in streaming, is literally just me getting big enough to where I can throw like a huge raid or something onto somebody small just to boost them up that much. So that's kind of where I'm at now.
I mean, you're at that point. You're at that point now, though. If you walk in there and you get 12, 13, 14 people on a raid, and you go and send that raid over to someone with 0, 1, 2 people, that could be enough to make them affiliate. If they have 50 followers, all they need is that 3 viewer mark to make affiliate, the 3 averaged views in a month. That could be enough right there, man. I mean, you're at that point. Like I looked it up online, and according to like streamer statistics, if you hit an average of, now I could be fuzzy on this because I haven't looked at it in a while, and I talked about this on the Marley cast. But if you hit an average of like 13 views, you're in like the top 2% of the world of Twitch.
For sure.
If you average 13 viewers, 98% of the people streaming have less viewers than you. That shows you how many people are out there on their console streaming to Twitch. How many people are out there on their computers with no viewers, all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can average 13. That's like top 2% of the entire Twitch community.
Somebody told me before that if you get 5, you're in the top 1%, I think is what it is now.
Or something. Yeah, right. It's something ridiculous, right?
Very close, yeah.
So yeah. To be a quote unquote big time on Twitch, I mean, you're already there, man. If you could pull 12 people into a raid, you could change somebody's, you could really make a big difference for somebody. You're already there. Yeah,
Luna can kind of tell you about it, but there's a lot of times where I'll be sitting here like, who should I rate this time? And I'll be like, I'll be looking at my friends. I'll be talking to chat about it. I'll be like, who should I rate this time? You know what I mean? And then I'm all right, and then I'll go into somebody completely random. I look for the lowest amount of viewers on like Stream Raiders recently because that's, I want to network with other captains. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, who's got the lowest people? I was like, okay, this person's got one, this one's got one, this one's got one. But the hardest part about going to random people, of course, is you don't know how they are. Like, why do they have one viewer? You know what I mean? What if, like, they're toxic? I don't want to be the person that sends my people into this toxic person because they think that I, support them. So it's always a gamble, but that's something that I just love to do. It's like, okay, I got 12 people. Like, even today, I had, like, 13, and somebody had, like, 5 going for Stream Raider affiliate. I, like, started my raid over 6 times just to try to give them all 13 people because it kept telling me I had like 5. I was like, I want to give those massive amounts of people.
I was there.
These people.
Yeah. That's true. It's true. So, anyways, we don't need to talk all about streaming. Like, look, I know that we're all streamers here, but we got more in common besides that. What kind of music? What kind of music you into?
Music. I don't really like country, but I'll listen to like anything else. I'm completely fine with.
Everybody says that. What do you listen
to? Country's all right.
I don't know. I grew up listening to like a lot of 21 Pilots, a lot of oldies because of my mom.
What is an oldie to
you? Like George Strait.
Big Time Rush.
I'm this close to throwing a shoe at my camera. Just close.
Like we talking like Motown, like hit me. Yeah. You said George Strait. It's like what else?
George Strait. She listened to a lot of like Carpenters.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of old school stuff. Led Zeppelin. Listen, yeah, she was Prince. Oh my God, she was so obsessed with Prince.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa, Prince isn't that. It's
great.
It's not that old.
Yeah.
It's not oldies.
The funny story though.
Oldies is like Motown, like Aretha Franklin, like CCR.
Yeah. My mom
that's like oldies
grew up
to me.
Like in the 60s, but she liked a lot of. I don't know. My mom was weird.
70s, 80s. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But yeah, like every song that she would like listen to, she'd put on repeat like 5 billion times. So I was stuck listening to the same song for like 5 months over and over and over and over. And I was like, I can't with you. Like, no. She was very I guess musically, so to speak. But growing up, I did listen to like a lot of her music, and then I had like my music where it was like kids pop, and then
oh God,
yeah,
okay.
I was that kid. Shut up. Yeah, I don't know. I grew up just listening to whatever, really.
Yeah.
Just because my family was pretty diverse because of my mom, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I listen to pretty much anything. No.
Do you still like a lot of that music?
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to it as often, because it's just there's something that happened recently with my mom, so it does bring a lot of memories back. So
okay. Mm-hmm.
It brings feelings back that I just I stuffed down, but yeah, I mean, I listen to it every now and then. Like, I'll hear it and I'm like, oh, hey, this song is by this person and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't really, like, listen to it on the daily because that's
Yeah.
It's
I could put Led Zeppelin on anytime and love it. That's me personally, though. What about Prince? You know that he did the Super Bowl.
I did, yeah.
And you also know that was by far the greatest Super Bowl performance of all time.
Yeah, my
That's
mom was.
Say, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's what people say?
My mom was so in love with that one.
I never saw it, to be honest with you. I never saw like his performance for it.
Okay. You have to see this because it is the craziest thing you'll here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look it up here. We got time. Look, NFL Films is the one that puts this out. We got to make sure we don't play any of the audio though. Wait. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Go like this. So here's why Prince's halftime show was the greatest. And so if you go to nflfilms.com or go to YouTube and just do Prince halftime show, if you ever watched like the Super Bowl, they keep it in spots that are warm and dry because they want the teams to play in good weather, right? And they for whatever reason, I can't remember where it was. I feel like it might have been Florida, but I could be wrong. It was an absolute torrential downpour during the game. Here, let me switch screens here. If I go like that. Now, I don't have the audio going. I'm doing this on purpose so I can kind of talk through it. But it was like, yeah, see? That was the level of rain that they were dealing with for the Super Bowl, which is crazy in and of itself, simply because it's usually dry. They want the teams to play in nice conditions, right? So that number one is crazy. And if you listen to this clip, he's like, "Hey, I talked to Prince on the phone." And he says it's going to be raining, and Prince goes, his response was, "Can you make it rain more?" And so he comes out at halftime. His dancers are wearing, high heels, like stilettos on this like already slippery surface that's being rained on. He played Foo Fighters songs. He played Purple Rain. I mean, it's just, you can't top it. It was Prince and advertise. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go back. No, we're not gonna do that. Hold on, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna. Okay, yeah, okay. Thank you. I was trying to do a thing, and then you had to go and ruin it. But he had the best I saw it live, and far and away the greatest halftime show because he just didn't care. He didn't care that he was, performing a halftime show. He didn't care that he was on TV. He was like, look, I'm going to entertain. I'm going to play songs that I like, that people are going to like. And it's going to be a great spectacle. And it was. He didn't care that it was raining. He was just Prince in his element. Mm. Yeah. Do you guys watch a lot of football? A lot of sports in general? Anything?
Not really, just because.
So none of that even applied.
Well, my family is like a huge cowboy, family.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Personally, they've disappointed me, so I just I like look at the stats, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, they're kind of
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as football goes, I used to watch it like a lot. Now I don't anymore, just because I don't know what happened to them.
It's a shame.
Yeah, that's what happened to New York Cowboy fan.
Yeah, that's a lot of okay. Fair enough. They've had a lot of disappointment. Yeah. Look. I saw it live when Romo botched the extra point and tried running it in himself and got tackled from behind. I remember that. He was a rookie. I remember that though. I watched football back then.
Oh my god.
What about you, Ranger?
Crazy.
Oh, for me, I'm more of a person that likes playing the game rather than watching it. Like I'll watch like the Super Bowl, and I have like my favorite team of football and all that, and I have a favorite team of basketball, but all those kinds of things. But for me, it's more of like if I catch a game on and somebody wants to watch it, and it's like a family type thing, or it's like a party type thing, or get together type thing. I'll watch it, it's fine, and I can get in on it. But it's not something that I like go out of my way to like watch. But it's always good to like hear what happens afterwards. I usually like watching highlights compared to like the actual games themselves. Yeah.
You don't have a team that you root for?
Well, like I said, I have a football team that I like. I have a basketball team that I would say that I like.
Okay, who do you like? Who do you like? What?
For football, I like the Steelers. So
why are you hiding this so much, man?
I mean, the Steelers are the greatest. I'm telling you. So
yeah, but why are you so afraid to just say it, man? Look!
Because I don't watch them. Like what
this
kind of
entire cast, you've been trying to hide it. What's going on with you that you want to hide everything, buddy?
I'm letting them down. I don't watch them. How am I a fan? Like,
I mean, I don't watch the.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, you can still say that. Hey, that's my go-to. That's my team. You're not saying that you're a diehard fan. That's just your go-to, man.
For sure.
Yeah, like come on. Now, as you know, I grew up in Seattle. I had to sit through the Seattle Seahawks in the 90s growing up when they were literally like a 2-14 team.
Oh, God.
Like they were like Browns bad for a number of years, right? Then things started to turn around. You know, we had Mike Holmgren who took us to a Super Bowl, and then we had Pete Carroll who took us to a couple, and we've won one. So it's like, yeah, I became a big time like Seahawks fan. Then I move out here to Nashville, and you know, the Nissan Stadium is like 10 minutes away from me, man. It's like now I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, well, like where do my loyalties lie now? Like long term, I might be a converted Titan fan. Now the Titans, they're not as good as the Seahawks. They have Derrick Henry. You take away one player, Seahawks are significantly better. But I'm still like, I'm going back and I'm like questioning my lifelong commitment to the Seahawks, because it's like I'm in a new city, I'm in a new town. I don't know. Like do I have to faithfully like okay, Titans AFC, Seahawks NFC. They're in a different division, so the only time that they would play in the playoffs against each other would be the Super Bowl. That's the only possible time they could ever play in the playoffs. So, if it came down to it, $51%? Like 51% Titan, 49% Seahawk? Like, you know, I don't live in Seattle anymore. I don't know, but I'm going to watch. I guarantee you I'm going to be watching both teams every Sunday. Once the season kicks off, I'll be watching it, man. I don't know. What do I do? What do I do here?
I mean, I'll see who plays better, because for me, I'm the team that plays better.
No, that's the cheapest answer.
No,
there's no loyalty.
If you're a Seahawks fan, you grew up there, you either go, okay, this is my home team because I grew up there, or this is my home team because I live there. So you just got to pick, like, which one's better?
Future Ranger, I'm seriously questioning your loyalty now. That says something about your loyalty, man.
I don't know.
Oh, well, who's better? I don't know. Nope. That's where I'm going to lie.
Nope, you're talking to a diehard Steelers fan right now. Die hard.
God, here he goes. Die
hard.
Oh, God.
I shouldn't be surprised, because how many Super Bowls have the Steelers won?
A hot nerd.
6?
7 or 8?
No, they've won 6. They've won 6. Just as many as any other team. He only likes them because they're the winners. They're the winners.
I like being a winner. What do you got to say? Like,
no, you like following the winners. That is my problem. It's a loyalty thing, man. Your loyalty. I'm a little hurt, man. You know, Eluna at least is like, hey, Grew up a Cowboy fan. I don't watch them all the time, but that's kind of my team. You know, through thick or thin, at least to a degree. Hey, I'll sit through it. Rangers like, well, who's winning? Who's number one right now? Oh, this week it's the Patriots. Yup, that's my team. That's my go-to. You don't see a problem with that, man?
Oh.
No, I do not.
What about music? You never answered that.
For me, I like, a lot of music, but more so being either, depending on the vibe, I either go with hip hop, or there's days where I wake up and I'm like, screw hip hop, I'm going punk rock today. So, going all throughout high school, I was a big, rock and punk rock type fan.
Yeah.
And then like more so when I got like into the military and all that, I was like, everybody around me is playing all kinds of hip hop or rap and all this kind of stuff.
Really?
So I've been very like diverse in the things that I've kind of done, because there's a lot of things that are good in a bunch of different genres. So I'll try to listen as much as possible. But I would say like the hardest things that I've done has probably been like either the 40 years of high school where I did nothing but punk rock because that was the thing. I bought all the band tees from Hot Topic and all those kinds of things. But
what were some of the band tees? Like go down the list. I need to know.
So I had I think it's called A Midi Affliction. There was a Day to Remember. I had, what else? We Came as Romans came out when they actually had harder things, but not like the softer things. They came too soft recently, but what else? I had, it's not even that, but I had a ton of Panic at the Disco ones. I have a tattoo of them because they're like the best, but they're not punk rock at all. And then, but it's more of like
disco tattoo.
I have a very large Panic at the Disco tattoo.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
And what then else? What else did I have? I had Get Scared. Then I had I Prevail starting to get better. But other than that, I don't think I have any other band tees. But those were the big ones that I got. So.
Okay. I Hate You.
Good.
Yeah.
Damn, let him know.
Okay. Oh, wow. That says something. Panic at the Disco. What was the other one? A Night to Remember?
A Day to Remember.
A Day to Remember. Okay. Well, okay. To be fair, I haven't heard of A Day to Remember. But you have a where is it? Where's the Panic at the Disco tattoo? Where is it?
Right here on this arm.
On the arm? Oh, wow. That's a bold spot to put it. Okay. Nice. Have you like shared proudly. It out? Yeah, have you put it like on their Instagram?
Nah, but I think when I first got it,
why? If you tagged it, they would see it.
I think that's what I'm getting to. I think I did it on Facebook. I went into like a panic fan group, and I was like, "Look what I got!" You know what I mean?
You got to do it on the gram, cool. Dude. Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah, but they do that all the time. You know how many people have Panic at the Disco tattoos? Like
one,
and that's me.
No, no, I have no idea. Is that a common thing? You think that there's a lot of people
probably in like females more so than males, just because males aren't going to be like, oh, let me get this band on me, especially this band.
Except
you. Yeah, exactly. But a lot of people do the cliche thing, like in their name they have Panic with the question mark, and then they'll do the rest of it. So everybody gets a little question mark on their wrist or something tiny, like.
Okay.
That's not a tattoo. You gotta have the words.
Yeah. Yours is loud and proud, sir. Okay. I appreciate the confidence in that. Okay. Now, I think you should have gone just a little more bold and gone with a tramp stamp. And be like, dude, I'm a dude. I'm a dude with the tramp stamp.
Oh my God.
Panic at the Disco.
Getting the lead singer's face on my back.
Oh my God.
There you go. Hey, see? You see?
On my back.
No. Don't do that.
Your loyalties are very odd, sir. You're like either they're a complete winner, and that's who I follow, or Panic at the Disco is basically what I'm getting at. What about the classic rock, like the Zeppelins of the world, the Floyds? What about any of that? Now, Luna said that she's on board with that. What about you, though?
Yeah, like my dad was into a lot of the classic rock. He used to listen to things like Creed. He used to listen to Disturbed. He used to listen to.
Wait, you said Creed?
Yeah, Creed.
Yeah, from the 90s. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Disturbed.
So he grew up with more like.
That's like 90s,
90s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what he grew up in.
Yeah.
So he was about like 12, 13. That's what he kind of grew up with. So that was kind of all I was kind of like thrown into, was just those kind of like rock things. So anything like lower than that, like I've listened to it, but it's not like something that I just kept on like listening to. So I'm not very experienced in like older generations, more like 90s and above.
I'm just trying to do the math, man. You must have had a really young dad, because I was 10 in 1996. Like I remember when these songs were coming out, man. I remember when Creed was huge. You know, when they did what was it? With Arms Wide Open. Remember the music video? You know, he's like swimming through the lagoon and all that. He like peeks his head, like it's like super epic. Like he's like, there's like water going everywhere, and he's like in this like cave lagoon. Like, yeah, remember? Like, hello? Man, that's crazy, dude. That is crazy. Do you remember a thing called, was it called the box? No, the cube. The cube.
The cube?
The cube.
Cube.
I don't think so.
Really? So you know what MTV2 is, right?
Yeah.
Back before MTV2, there was a thing called the Cube. Are you guys texting each other right now? What's going on?
No, I'm texting somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
My parents are trying to tell me that dinner's ready, so that's what I've been texting for.
I look over at you guys and I'm like, no, I'm not getting any eye contact, nothing. You don't know what the Cube is?
Never heard of the Cube.
Oh my God!
In my time, when I started like watching TV at that point, I think we already had MTV2, and MTV2 was literally like nothing but music. It's music television, you know.
Wait, what? It was actually music?
Yeah.
Like when I was doing it, like MTV2 was all music.
It was only that
MTV.
way for like a week, dude. Started
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So MTV2 came out, and they used to do these ads where like a dude with a puppet, like it was a sock puppet, was like, MTV2, it's where the music's at. And it was like, that was an ad that they ran for like, I don't know, 6 months. And then reality TV shows came around, and then music went right out the window. But what originally happened was MTV2 was a spot where they only did music videos 24/7. But before that, they had this thing called the Cube. And what the Cube was you would call in or text in. No, before texting, you'd call in and you would request a song, and they would play music videos based on requests like 24/7. You could see like they had a ticker at the bottom of the screen. Oh, what's the most requested music video in the last 2 hours? And they would play that music video. And I remember going to school, and we would like watch it. Like, oh, what are the big music videos? Da 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 da. And then they got rid of that. And then MTV2 came, and they're like, oh, this is where the music's at. And then 6 months later, it was just all. It wasn't. They didn't do any music videos. It was all reality TV. It was a bummer. It was a bummer because I really liked hearing what other people were like into, even if it wasn't my thing. I didn't care if it was hip hop. I didn't care if it was rap. I just like watching the music videos. And then they got bought out, and it was just all gone.
So, Professor, you play the guitar, right? Is that something that I am correct in?
Yeah. I play guitar, bass in a band. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just recently figured that out. Like I was looking at your profile picture and all this other stuff, and I was like, this man is literally on stage with a guitar.
Mhm.
And I was like, I never noticed. And then I was like, he's got a rock theme for his whole stuff. He's got all this other stuff. And then all the like just recently I put all these things together and it was why this man was playing Rock Band on
Well, the
stream.
rock thing was
like,
just because it's yeah.
I was like,
It's just what I like. But
he just plays a whole guitar. Like
yeah, guitar. More specifically, I play more bass now. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So how long have you been doing that?
College, 2021. Yeah. If you didn't catch the what episode? It was the first episode. It was the episode with Zam. We did I played the first ever song I recorded on guitar after maybe studying guitar for 6 months, and it's so bad, but it's really funny because of how bad it is. So yeah, it's definitely worth listening to if you haven't heard it. It's a great terrible song. Zam was blown away. He couldn't believe how bad it was. But yeah, you know, I've always loved music, as a kid. I listened to a lot of oldies like Motown, CCR, Aretha Franklin, like all that stuff, right? Old Beatles, Stones, because that's all my mom would let me listen to. She's like, no, you're not listening to this new stuff. No. And I remember the first time I heard Metallica, I was like, oh my God, like this is my music. And then from then on, it was like everything else, like metal, Maiden, a lot of Alice in Chains. Oh my God, I've seen Alice in Chains live multiple times now. Granted, it's not with Elaine Staley, their original singer, but they're absolutely incredible. A lot of Nirvana, Beastie Boys. I love listening to the Beastie Boys growing up too. Yeah, and just like whatever, like a big range, like whatever. So yeah, I always had a passion for music and performance, and yeah, in college, that was like the first time that I felt like the freedom to be able to just kind of do whatever the hell I wanted because I was away from my parents and I could make noise. And I was like, I'm going to learn guitar, because I can make noise. It's just me. I can, play an acoustic guitar in here and learn it. I'm not going to bother anybody. So that's what I did.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't good at it at the time, but that's why I was able to practice it. If I sucked at it and I was at the house with the parents, nah, they wouldn't let that go. They'd be like, you got to stop. You're killing us. But yeah, now it doesn't matter. What about you guys? You guys do anything music-wise? Have you ever thought about it?
I thought about doing something music-wise, but I never really pursued it. I've always been good at like for me, I've always tried to been doing like a beatbox, like a nerd, doing beatboxing and all this other stuff. And I've always been like, I feel like I would have been better at like drumming because I'm good at like making beats like to any song. Like I was doing it when I was out in the field in the military. Like I would have my little helmet with me and there'd be a song playing and I'd be able to match the beat like almost perfectly. So like I feel like I would have been a great drummer, but I never pursued it.
It's not too late though. Like you could still do it.
True.
What about you? Anything?
Me?
Yeah.
I used to sing a lot, like growing up. I guess like the way I got into music, so to speak, was I was like 7. I was just singing out of like random.
Yeah.
When I was just but I did definitely growing up. I did sing a lot, and like my mom wanted me and my brothers to make this big family band. Never happened, of course, because they're my brothers, and like we were just always stupid together. We just couldn't do anything in like one room for too long because they're boys, so
it's tough.
I used to sing a lot. I don't really like sing anymore, so to speak. But
Why?
I kind of, I don't know. Is I look at it for just humming. I don't really like sing like a whole thing. I just sing around to be an idiot. I guess I don't know.
Well, that's a skill that not a lot of people have, though, and it sounds like you have it. So why not let it grow?
I mean, I could, but I don't know.
I mean, there's so many people out there like myself that are completely tone deaf that that wish that they could sing but definitely can't. So you could capitalize on that. Like, you could get good at it, perfect your craft. You could stream it. You could like you could do a lot with that. You could record songs for other streamers, other artists. Like, hello? You could do stuff. What? You could do stuff with that. It's crazy. A talent, and it's a rare talent.
I guess, but I don't know. I'll stick to, sitting in a chair and being an idiot. That's what I do best.
Eluna, what's going on with your camera? It looks like someone's recording you without your knowledge, but it's you that's doing it.
Well, you see, what happened was my laptop right here is all like broken, like at the top.
Right. So
that's what you're saying is like the actual thing. Yeah, unfortunately.
I feel like I'm like a little bit of a creepo. Like, oh, no one like. Eluna doesn't know that she's being recorded. It's like a camera being hidden in a backpack or something because the edges are being covered up and da 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 da.
Yeah, no.
She didn't know, or what?
No, I said the way that the camera it looks, the way that like the edges are like rounded out, kind of blacked out. It looks like someone's recording her without her knowledge. Like it's like a spy cam going on.
Yeah, I messed up my stupid camera, so now it's like that. So I gotta wait until I actually get an actual fucking camera to fix it. But it's gonna stay like that for a bit. So
yeah. Future, you look like you got a pretty nice camera, man. Been making some upgrades over there?
Once I got my PC, I kind of just went out and got everything that I needed streaming wise.
Ooh,
so
you went big, huh? That's what you're saying?
I looked up like literally what was decent priced, but would still be good for streaming. So I just got an HD camera because I wanted HD quality. And then
what kind of camera did you get?
Logitech C920.
C920, yes sir. Nice. Hey.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna get.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. That's a pretty. You get a lot of. It's a high quality camera for what you pay. Like, it's really, really nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I looked at that for a while too. I've gone through a couple different cameras. I've only been afiliate since I got affiliate on 6/9. So so April 9th or June 9th. June 9th was when I got affiliate. So yeah.
Of last year?
Yeah, right. Yeah, less than a year. Yep. So I started streaming. Yeah, I started streaming in about May, and became affiliate by June 9th was the day that I became affiliate. So there you go.
Nice.
But I mean, I've said it on the stream, like, or on the cast a lot. It was Darkest Dungeon when they launched PvP. I just like clung to it. I knew right away that was going to be my thing. And yeah, people seemed to like the content, and then from there just kind of spun off and did whatever I wanted to. And the rest is history. Yeah. Yeah, I might have time either. Well, I thought maybe, if FutureRanger wasn't an hour late to his own podcast, I probably would have done it tonight. But what I was gonna do is set up a Skyrim VR stream for tomorrow. tomorrow, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I need more time. What I'm gonna do is put some more mods into the game, and then and then go ahead and stream it. But if I could add just a bunch of ridiculous mods into Skyrim and then play it in VR, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
It's all Ranger's fault.
It is everything. It's all no. I know what it's like, man. Hey, he was getting views. He was getting people placing in his stream raider battle. You can't. Wait. You expect Ranger to walk out on that?
I got up to 28 people placing with me. I was so happy.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I don't even get 28. I don't even get 28 placing with me.
You should have saw how happy I was that I finally got to do double rewards. You know how it has 2 names
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Yeah. I've had that happen a few times. Consistently, no, I don't get that. But yeah.
I have like maybe 15
2 viewers
people,
get this. 2 viewers get that.
people placing with me.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
When I first started, like the first, I think it was like month I did it. It was still in beta, so there wasn't nearly as many people then. But I think I had 4 or 5 placing. Like they were just people from chat that had never played before, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, da 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 da." And that was literally how it started.
Yeah. I think
So how did you hear about it then, Stream Raiders?
Other people that I had followed started doing Stream Raiders, and it was still in beta. This was like 2.5 years ago. So it had been out for a while before I'd even joined. Yeah. And I still caught it in beta, and then I ended up telling Lixie about it, and then she got in on the beta as well. So yeah, we were me and Lixie were pre-launch stream captains.
I was gonna bring up, because that's one big thing that she always brings up, is that
Does she?
You got her.
Oh yeah, she does. She's yeah. I need to have her on the podcast, man. She is awesome.
She's the one that got me playing Stream Raiders. So I mean, it's a constant loop.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a big circle then, right?
Yeah. And then her.
Yeah, I got Lixie into it. I mean, I look. She deserves every bit of credit that she gets for it. I mean, I told her about it. I was like, hey, this could be like a really cool thing, and da 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 da, and like I'm doing it. And then she was like, she clung onto it too. And then, for her and her channel, it became, like for me, it's just a big part of what we both do. So yeah, no, I'm glad that she gives me credit for it. But all of her success on it, that's all her. That's all her.
For sure.
But I didn't realize that she got you into it.
No, so I never thought. Literally, I never thought that I had enough of a community to be able to play anything like marbles.
Yeah, I remember when you were saying that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said that a lot.
I went into her stream and I told her the exact same thing, and she was like, "Hey," but she was playing marbles at the time. She was pushing for Stream Raiders affiliate at the time, and so what happened was, I went in there. I was like, "No, I literally said in chat, I was like, I would play this, but I don't think I have enough people watching me or being in chat to where I could be able to like actually finish the battles."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Hey, download marbles and like play it tomorrow." And then she's like, and then you'll see if you get people coming in, because it brings people in. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I started playing marbles. And the exact same day that I started playing marbles, she came in and she literally wrote in chat. She was like, "Stream Raiders, Daddy?" And I was like, okay, if you help me in setting it up, I'll play Stream Raiders for you. So then she went through and she was like, "Yeah, go here, add this to your stream," all that kind of stuff. And then I just started playing, and then ever since I was like, it's cool, because one thing I like about it is the community, for one, all the people that I've met in PvP, all the people that I've met, just coming in and placing. Sometimes they come in a chat, but sometimes they don't. But then on top of that, it's just like all the captains I've met have been amazing. Me actually being able to play Stream Raiders gives, chat something to do when I'm playing something that chat definitely can't play with me. And I like the thing that it brings to your stream and the fact that it brings everybody together, kind of. So
yeah. It's cool, man. It's really cool. And Eluna, you do Stream Raiders too, right?
I do, yeah. Ranger got me into it, so it's kind of just like a big circle. But yeah, I get a lot of like randoms place with me. I have a few that like have been placing with me since I started it. But they don't really. I don't think they go in a chat, but I think they definitely do just like place, which helps a lot.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I get maybe like 15 people placing with me. Maybe more. I don't know. I've had a lot of people place with me though. But it definitely, you know, like Ranger said, it's definitely something that, you know, like if I'm playing like Val or something, it definitely helps, you know, say, hey, you know what, like we're gonna chill with you and just chill on Stream Raider. So it brings people in. It definitely does for sure.
Yeah. And if even only a percentage of the people, you know, come into the channel, hey, it helps. It's more exposure. Like not everyone has. You know, it's just that's just the way it's gonna go. Not everyone is, but you know, if you get half or a quarter or 10% or 5%, hey, it's still more people than you would have had before, so it helps. Yeah. And it's fun, especially when you get to PvP. It's like super fun. And now that they added tower defense to it, it's like
I have yet to play.
Do you actually like the tower defense?
But yeah.
I do. I think there's potential in it. Yeah. And you haven't done PvP yet?
Not yet. No.
Just do it.
I'm very.
Just
scared.
do it. Why?
I don't know.
Of what? Losing? Who cares? Everybody loses. I lose. I get my butt kicked all the time. Not
losing, so to speak. Just kind of like, you know, like Ranger said, I don't have like the community for it.
So what? Yeah. When Morikis started, he had nobody. It was literally Morikis and Croc placing in PvP.
Morikis is a big captain. I'm glad that he's friends with you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's a great guy. I mean, yeah, we were friends well before Stream Raiders, but yeah, no, he literally had like at times him and Croc, and that was it. That's really how he got to start. You don't need to have a big community. In fact, not having a community might make it easier because you could tell people, hey, we're just getting this thing going from the ground up. Be a part of the beginning of it.
A lot of people come in for your first PvP. You put that in your title. People will be swarming in.
Yeah. Yep. Especially if they go in and there's one other person, two other people. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. There's potential in that. You know, if you don't look like you're being recorded without your knowledge, you know, yeah.
Get a better camera angle.
Oh my God, Ranger.
Oh, you ever have one of those dreams that is like super lucid and like you remember everything? I had one of those. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, you ever have those dreams where like you dream something and you remember it? Yeah. And like a few days later, you're like, you experience something of it and you're like, wait, hold on. I remember dreaming this. Yeah. And it actually happens and you're just sitting there like, what the
hell?
Did I tell the future?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've had experience like dreams like that where I'm at the store buying something. Like there was one that I had where I was at Macy's and I was buying stuff for a job interview. And then less than a week later, I had to go clothing shopping. Not for an interview, but I was like at Macy's buying clothes. I was like, oh my God, this is this is the Twilight Zone. This is exactly what you're talking about. But yeah. It's weird, man. It's weird. I have the most lucid dreams when I've had a couple of beers tonight. Like two or three beers in is when I start to lucid dream. It's weird. If I drink alcohol, I will dream. And I'll remember it. It's weird. I don't get it, but yeah, it's true. I remember vividly. There was one time I was hanging out with my friends. There were like 8 or 9 of us, and you know, a bunch of us ended up sleeping in the basement of my friend's house. And you know, I was like blacked out. Like, I'm not driving home tonight. And so I passed out in his basement, you know, sleeping bag, all that stuff. I think it was for I think we were over there bunch of the dudes got together for like New Year's. We're playing like beer pong and stuff, and yeah, I got the sleeping bag out, slept downstairs. I vividly remember I was swimming in the ocean, man. I don't know what happened. I was just out in the middle of nowhere swimming in the ocean. Woke up, I was like, I definitely remember every bit of that dream. Even to this day, I remember every bit of that dream. But again, like, you know, I was like, you know, had a few drinks in me. It was weird. I don't understand the science behind it, but I always remember dreams if I've had a few, and then I dream. Yeah. Weird, right?
That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I don't get it. Do you guys have any dreams that like from your childhood or adult life that you vividly remember that come up or repeat over and over again?
Not really repeat, but I had one that I remember when I was really little.
And what happened?
And
what happened?
it was so what happened was I was little.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. But I was little, right? And I was at this carnival. And this was like before, like, you know, potty training age. I remember it. But I was in my bed, you know, I'm just laying there, I'm in the bed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm at this carnival. And I remember, you know, those carnival games where like you go up there with like the water gun,
Yeah.
and you shoot it in like shoot it into like
shooting the hole. Yeah, you shooting the hole.
and
Right.
And it blows up the balloon. Like,
Yep.
I had a dream that I was playing that, but instead of the water coming out, it was actually happening in real life.
Oh god.
Oh, dude.
Oh god.
This is why I remember it too. But I woke up and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my, because I remember putting full force into it too,
Oh.
and it was actually happening.
Now, okay. I can one up that. I've had dreams where I've been like in the dream, and usually this happens after I've had a few. Like, I'll dream that I'm using the restroom in my dream, and I'll wake up, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Like, I've never actually done that part of it. I've dreamt that I've been doing it. I've dreamt that I've been swimming in water. I've dreamt every like step along the way, but I've never actually done that. And it's you know, if you're a young kid, okay, fine. That's different, but that's super funny. I once had a dream that my mom left me at the bank. Like I was like you said, I was like maybe 4 at the time, like less than kindergarten, like preschool age. Like, I had a dream that my mom just like left me at the bank, like she forgot about me. She got out to do something, and that was about it. But at no point have I ever peed my own pants. Ever. Have you ever had that friend that pees himself, like when he drinks?
I had a dude that not the pee, but the other side of it, and we had to take him
No,
home before. So.
no, what? No, I haven't even had a friend that does that. No way. Was it a one-time thing, or was it like, did he have this problem?
No, it was only a one-time thing. So it was the very first time.
Bro, that's still a really bad one-time thing to have.
Very true.
Or
but
should I say
think
it's a two-time thing to have?
I don't think if he actually remembers it, but
yeah.
The bad part was it happened, and then we didn't drive, so we had to get into the Uber.
Yeah.
So he was in the Uber with, and we had to take him home and clean him up. So.
Wait. Rewind. What? At what point did the Uber factor into this equation?
So we went out, but we knew that we were going to be drinking a lot, so we didn't go out with our own car. We went out.
Well, no. I do that too. Yes, I get that.
Yeah, so we had to call an Uber to get back to base, because this was, when I was in the military. So we had to call an Uber to get back to base.
Yeah.
So
good. That's smart.
We called one to go in there, but it's either we try to clean him up beforehand, or we try to get him back to his room to clean him up.
Where did he do? Oh, he wasn't at home. Oh my God.
No, we were out. Yeah.
He did it like at a bar, is what you're saying.
Outside of a bar, yeah, because I remember we were sitting there.
What?
We were sitting there waiting for the lift, like a lift or an Uber. And I remember sitting there with my friend holding him up because he was gone. So we're sitting there holding him up, and then apparently because I was pretty much blackout. But
yeah, right. Yeah. Well, you're not right when you're drinking. Like you can't be responsible for someone else being a complete.
We did decent though. Like blackout me actually did pretty well. But
sure, yeah, right. Yeah.
But I remember just like sitting there with my friend being like, "Bro, you did it!" Like, you know what I mean? You're like, "Oh, you did it!" And then we smelt it, and yeah, it was not fun.
And then he got in. He got into.
He got into the lift. Yes. And the worst part. This is the worst part though. The worst part is when we took him back to his room. He wanted to go to bed. We wanted to clean him up, but he was like, "No, I'm going to sleep." So he went to sleep.
Bro! Just let me get a paper towel real quick.
Oh, he did not. He was going to sleep.
Bro. Oh, that. Yeah, I've had friends that have, number one themselves. Never number two. I've never been around doo-doo. I've never been around the drunk doo-doo. But in terms of like number one, yeah, I've had friends that have done stuff like that. It's just, you're just like, why? Where did this come from, dude? Like, why is this a problem? Does this stem back to your like childhood? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. But some people, it's like a switch. For some people, when they drink, it's like the ability to control that just goes like whoop, like right out the window. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm just not gonna hang out with you anymore.
For sure.
What about you, Eluna? Any stories? Any friends? I'm not talking about you specifically.
I don't really drink myself, but I did drink one time, and I think I was like maybe a little buzzed, a little tipsy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And with me growing up with my mom, I didn't drink a lot. But
I was the same way. Never, ever.
I accidentally got tipsy on Ranger's stream one time by accident, and I don't know. I was saying I don't really exactly like remember what I was saying, but I know.
How was this?
Remember? We were both in quarantine, and I was saying stupid shit.
Yeah. I
probably just thought you were being yourself.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was just saying really weird stuff apparently, and like really like I don't know, just really weird stuff. And there came a point where Ranger was like, "You better put that bottle of wine down before I put it down for you." And I was like, "Well, shit," because I had drank like I think like almost literally the whole thing. I don't know. But I don't exactly like remember a lot of it, but I do remember acting stupid for sure, but I don't remember what I said. I just remember acting really stupid. And I woke up that next day and like I felt terrible.
Yeah.
So I felt so bad. My mom was like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I think I
the hangover."
I think I got a little hangover. And after a while, like that next day, I remembered that Ranger was streaming, and I was in his stream, and I was like, "Oh God, oh my God!" I had to like go back to the stream and see what I said, and I was like, "Oh my God,
Oh, that's funny.
That was terrible. I don't know. I think he had like a good crowd too. That's the bad part is that like he had a good crowd going, and I don't know. I was completely.
I don't know what's better, that or the fact that Ranger doesn't even know what day this was on.
Exactly. He doesn't remember. He never does.
I don't remember.
He's like, I don't remember this. Yeah, that day doesn't stand out.
He never remembers anything. It's fine.
That's a good sign though. Like maybe as a drunk, you're like you got good control over it. Like some people get drunk and they act like a complete dick. Some people get like violent. Some people get cheery. I know for a fact, me as a drunk, I'm completely cheery. People love being around me.
I think I just get very talkative, so to speak.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's how I am. Right? Yes.
I say things that should not be said, And I think a couple of things too is like about me and Ranger, because him at the time, him and I were like together. And I think I said some random shit, and everybody was, I don't know. I just remember saying really stupid shit that I shouldn't have, and I went back and I was like,
it happens.
Well, fuck. Ranger's
and you have no recollection of this, do you, Ranger? Really?
None.
T0. T short-term memory loss.
It doesn't even stand out at all, dude?
No, it doesn't. Short-term memory loss.
That's like how we joke. We'll talk about like things that we used to do, but like this specific night, I don't remember it for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. It's in through one ear, out the other. It's literally how it goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what side of this equation it falls on. Either you know how to control it, Eluna, or Ranger doesn't.
I don't know.
Do you feel like you would notice something like that, Ranger?
No, he wouldn't. Me drunk.
I mean, in the moment, yeah, but like a month later, probably.
Yeah, probably. Probably not.
Ranger's just like, what the hell was that? Oh well. And then just like it just falls off the radar.
I just don't remember her being like drunk on my stream. I don't remember. But I do remember a time though when she said I'm drinking wine while she was on the stream. Now it might be the same night. I don't know, but
I mean, I feel like that there would only be a finite number of times that happened. Yeah.
Pretty sure it
I just didn't notice her being like crazy then. I just don't think she gets crazy when she's drunk then. Because she said she was only buzzed, so she wasn't like drunk. She was just
buzzed. Yeah.
I had a dream that I had hurt my forearm last night, and I rolled over, and I kind of like woke up from my dream. And I like moved my arm up to like look at it. I mean, I kind of got a sense that it was okay. I was just kind of like half asleep. And I kind of like rolled over and like was starting to look at my arm. And as I rolled over, my shoulder came way out of the socket. Oh, it hurts so bad. I'm old. I like rolled over, and like as I remember it, like as I started to roll, it just like I could feel it starting to go, and then it just went bam all the way out.
The worst feeling.
It's the worst feeling, man. But you got a bad shoulder or knee, Ranger?
Got everything.
For me, I got some messed up knees from just jumping out of all the trucks and stuff, but I don't really have a bad shoulder yet, but I do have some times where I feel like it's about to come out. So I'm sitting here like this, getting one of these. But the knees are what's starting to go. Like that's when I'm starting to feel the pain in them.
Yep.
Oh my god.
You got that hashtag old man Halo knees, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to be honest, my knees are pretty good. They're fine. It's all in the shoulder. All of the age. I'm like my knees are like 20 years old. My shoulders are like 85. They're like just gone. They're shot. My shoulders are both shot. They click a lot when you move. They click like this one clicks. Ugh. I hate it. I hate being old.
Ranger,
I'm actually not that old, but still.
All kinds of fingers, and I can't. No.
Yeah.
Cringy. No thanks. He'll crack like
all. What was
fingers.
the worst injury you've had?
Me?
Either one, yeah, both.
Man, there's a lot.
What were some of the worst ones?
Okay, well, the first one I think was when I was like 7.
Mm-hmm.
I flipped off of my brother's like bicycle. We had like gone out into town, right, and we were on his bicycle, and I was like on the front, and his tire, I guess, like just I don't know what happened to it, but it just kind of popped on us, and I fell off, like legit just flipped off and hit my head. So Now on my skull, I have a scar. Yeah.
I was
Huge
giving
scar.
you a high five because I did the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we did? It's so funny that you said I've done the exact same thing. It was the day before our kindergarten yearbook photos. I was in the street that I used to live on, right? Me and a bunch of the neighbor kids were like, "Oh, hey, let's build a little jump for our bikes." You know, we had a little BMX bike, so we built a little jump for it. And what the jump was, it was a piece of, because we were like 5, it was a piece of plywood that was like built like that went up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, it was flat, but underneath it we put a piece. We found like a big stump. So we took this big log, rolled it underneath the piece of wood, and then set the wood on top of it.
Oh.
And so I went going at it full speed on my BMX. And it's sure enough, as soon as I hit the piece of wood went out from underneath it. And instead of going up and over the jump, it came out. The bike stopped. I went head over the handlebars right into the pavement.
Oh.
And I put a big knot on my forehead like that. And I had a yearbook photo the next day. Yeah.
Yeah, I had like the whole scab right here on the side of my head.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I was like in 2nd grade, and I was like, oh my God. Why?
That's exactly what happened to me. I think my mom, I think that was probably the one year my mom, she might have thrown it out or just not like hid it. I don't think she hasn't shown anybody that one, but there's a big scab on my forehead. Like, oh, idiot.
Guys.
Yeah. She was just like, what are you doing? What about you? What's one of the worst injuries you've had?
For me, I would say that when I was in 2nd grade, the one that I can remember the most
Mm-hmm.
was when I was in 2nd grade. I was at school, I was doing whatever. But we, in elementary school, how you can have, 1st through 5th grade. There was this one time that we were doing something like on the playground. There was these 5th graders going around and they were playing basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
And my little butt walks straight through the basketball game as they're running down with the ball. So next thing I know, I fall, I trip on like a rock or something. I fall and I get dogpiled like 4 of them. And then they all just all on top of me.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody had to take me to the nurse. So I'm sitting there, because this is the story that my parents remember the most as well too, was I went to the nurse and I was getting taken over there. They were doing that little arm thing, getting me over there.
Yeah.
And then my parents, they told me that when I came out, I had a bandage right here. I had bandages up here, bandages on my knees. I was hobbling out towards the car. And I was in 2nd grade. I was really young. And they just all just toppled on top of me, all these bigger kids. And I came out.
There was one time that me and my buddy were having a dunk contest. And it wasn't a 10-foot like rim. We were like 12, 13 years old. And so we had, a little one of those hoops that you could adjust the size of the rim height, from the back. Yeah, the height, right, exactly. So we had it nice and lowered, and we were doing a dunk contest and moving it up and up and up. And so we moved it up, like me and my buddy both moved it up, and so this one was like the highest setting that we've done, right? Probably like, I don't know, 8 feet or I don't know, whatever, right? You don't really know. You just kind of moved it up by the pulley, like the lever thing. And so we moved it up again. My buddy, who's taller than me, missed. I was like, oh, this is my chance to like win it. And so I like went all out. I like jumped like Michael Jordan with like I had the ball like cupped, like I had it palmed. And I took it and I stuffed it right on the side of the rim. And then all of my weight came down right on my ankle. And I couldn't put any weight on it or anything. And so like my mom came and picked me up. And so we drive downtown and go to the ER place. And like to get into the ER, like you have to park further away because they had part of their parking lot was closed off. They were doing renovations, and then there were a bunch of people parked in it, so we parked further away. And so like my mom, like, you know, I put my arm over her shoulder and I like hobbled up to the front of the urgent care clinic there. And so I'm like hobbling up. We get all the way up, you know, hobbling on one foot all the way up. And then we get up there. And the lady goes, "Oh, yeah. We're not doing x-rays today. Our x-ray machine isn't working. So you're going to have to go to this other clinic." So I had to go and then turn around and then hobble all the way back. It was like fuck. Like, it was just so far. We like hobbled all the way back. You know, it's on the weekend, so like places aren't open or whatever. And then drove another half an hour, found another clinic, and then I had to hobble my way up. And then, yeah, that was probably the worst. Other than the shoulder injury, that was the worst for sure. For sure. The shoulder injury was you know, a buddy that was bigger than me. My arms were extended on the ground like this, and he fell, and all of his weight landed on my extended shoulder. You know, he's like 260, 250. And yeah, it basically destroyed my entire shoulder. So that's why I have the shoulders of a 80-year-old. But yeah, I think those were probably the worst. Probably the worst. I had another one. I was playing softball, and this is how big of an idiot I am. I was playing softball, and I literally, you know, a ball got hit into the outfield, and I went to chase it down and pick it up. It was on the ground, on turf, and I took my hand, my bare hand, I dove it into the ground to pick up the ball as it was moving on the ground, and my hand hit the ground with enough force that it broke. Like my hand hit the ball and the turf, and it broke my wrist in two places. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I slammed my hand into the ground to pick it up. I picked up the ball and I threw it back in, and I went back in. I was like, I broke my hand. I broke my hand. And he's like, nah, you didn't break it. You know, and it was my dad. He's like, you didn't break it. I go, yep, I broke my hand. I was like, I know it. He's like, no, go back out there, you know, play more defense. Go back up there and bat, play offense, da-da-da-da-da. The next day I went to the, I was still hitting the ball. You know, you still batting with, you know, a bat and all that. Went into the doctor the next day. He's like, yep, you broke your hand in two places. Just the side of the wrist in two spots. So, of course, you know, they give you, you know, you break your wrist, you know, like this. You break your wrist. They give you a cast up to your, like freaking elbow. Like, what? Like, how much do you need to stabilize it? Like, come on. So I had a cast up to my elbow for a break up, like just below the pinky. Like, what the hell?
The reason they do that too is also because atomically speaking, is in your wrist you have more bones, which is right here, and then you have, you know, like all your arm bone. So when you break your wrist, you're not only breaking one bone, you're breaking like 17 different bones all at the same time. So that's why they have to do it to like. Yeah. That's the scientific.
It was awful. I hated that, and I knew I did it. Like, I took my hand and I like straight up like plunged it straight down, and I knew like this whole side was just jacked.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you do it, like, you know.
Yeah, like this whole part too. It's literally just mostly bone, all right here, and then if you go down, it's even more bone. So if you break your wrist or something, you know, if you like twist it or something, you're gonna feel the pain because it's literally mostly just bone.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I didn't really know that, but okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you don't have too much fat or anything. It's just
Bone.
solid bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Ranger? Are you planning on studying anything for college? Have you done any college? What's your deal?
I need to do my general studies like first because
Yep,
I didn't really do any while I was in the military. But
Mm-hmm.
my ultimate goal at the end of it is I want to be a child therapist or a therapy of some way. So I need to just figure out what fields I need to go into for that.
What do you mean therapist? Like mental health, physical therapy?
Child developmental therapy.
For like what?
Like kind of like mental disabilities and things like that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a great cause, man. So do you need what, like a bachelor degree for that? A master's? What are we talking?
At least a bachelor's.
At least a bachelor.
Behavioral science and all that.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cool. Any plans to start that or?
Yeah, eventually. The only thing that I'm waiting on right now is, of course, I need to get into the Guard so I can use my GI Bill. And then on top of that, I'd rather get a job so that if in case, whatever, I actually have the money to pay for that. Because right now I'm trying to save my money for actually my bills that I have right now, given that I don't have an actual steady job except for, me streaming every day is kind of what I've been doing. So
Yeah. Right on. Did you guys have anything else? Because I got a couple of voicemails here.
I don't got nothing. I'm fine.
Eluna? Okay. I've never heard these voicemails. I don't know what we're walking into, but we're just going to listen to them and then react to it, okay?
Let's go.
Okay, here's number one.
Yo, Halo, whoa, I just saw your new intro. Dude, it is amazing. How'd you come up with it? Tell me everything. Goodbye.
I'm actually very interested in this because I saw the intro and I definitely want something like that. So
Yeah.
What's the story?
usually I want to get everyone involved in this, but yeah, if you've seen my stream, there's a new intro. I feel like that was that let's listen to that one. Was that Todd? Was that Zealous Zam? Is that who that was?
I didn't get to hear the voice, but
you couldn't hear him?
Oh, I could hear who it was, but I couldn't pick up who it was.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. Hold on. I feel like it might have been Zam. Hold on, let's play it one more time.
Yo, Halo, whoa, I just saw your new intro. Dude, it is amazing.
That's
How'd
Zam.
you come up with it?
It's
Tell me
Zam.
everything.
That
Goodbye.
has to be.
That's 100% Zam.
I hear it in the voice.
Yeah. You can hear. Yeah, that's. Well, I'm sorry that's not more of content for you guys to contribute to. But what happened was I did the 27-hour stream, and after I got done streaming, I took a nap for a little while, and then wait, hold on, let's see if I could let's do this here.
Oh, here he goes, intro stream, everybody.
No, we're not. Is it going? I just feel like it's the.
That's just a picture.
Oh, there it goes. So, say something.
Something.
There you go. See that? Yeah. So what I did was I did the 27-hour stream, and then I took a little nap and I woke up and I was like, man, how could I take this up to the next level? And I was just kind of like running through my head like what would make for a cool intro, and I was like going through like the different scenes that I have and just the different elements from the stream and kind of thinking about how I could improve it. And I was like, man, far and away the worst thing that I have is the starting screen. It's super generic. It's not good. And I was just sitting there thinking about it. I was like, what could I do to give it a little more life? And what I tried doing was adding, a little bit more of my brand to it. Getting that brand out there, right? The logo and kind of the theme of the channel out there. I was like, okay, that's what I want as the background, but what could I do to spicing it up? And I just was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, what if I took some sort of like noise meter to kind of underline it all? And so you set that to music and it looks really cool. And then we actually tailored it on stream. I had it a different color. It was more synthwavy. It was like a purple and red color. And they're like, dude, like stream was like, no. That's not the right color. And so we went back to it. And as we were live, we changed it to that red and green color that we have in there now. So yeah, that's how we came up with that. I was like, okay, I had a really good 27-hour stream, and then afterwards, I was like, how could we make our stream just better in general? And there you go, easy win.
Easy claps.
Easy claps, exactly. And then I was like, okay, how could I take that and kind of put a spin on it? And what I did was add like different trailers. So we have a trailer here for Darkest Dungeon. We stream Sekiro. We have a little bit of a trailer here. And so as we play different games, I might mess around and add more there. But that was kind of the thinking there. So yeah. Okay, we got one more voicemail here. Let's see. All right, you ready? Did you guys hear that okay? Did that come across okay?
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, one more.
I was driving through Quebec, and a cop suddenly pulled me over eating fries and gravy. It was a poutine traffic stop. Just thought I'd refresh that one for you again.
Play it one more time.
This is Crimson.
I was driving through Quebec, and a cop suddenly pulled me over eating fries and gravy. It was a poutine traffic stop. Just thought
I like the laugh on that. It was a poutine traffic stop.
Poutine traffic stop.
It's a Canada joke. You guys got any bad jokes that you keep up your sleeve there?
No, I'm sure Ranger does though.
Nah,
Ranger, hit us with one, man.
I don't know. I mean,
come on. Well, I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't know. I am thinking. Don't have any joke.
Come on, don't let Eluna get the best of you now. You made it almost 2.5 hours. Let's go, man.
Pickup lines.
Come on, hit us.
No.
Cheesy pickup lines is all I got.
Hit it. Let's go.
I'll be using it all over Tinder. I got I saw one because I looked it up, but there's one that says it was like, did you get your license suspended because you're driving all these guys crazy? You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
It's the killer joke right there.
Did you just say that you used that one all over Tinder, dude?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
god.
Oh. I don't know who to feel more sorry for. The people that have to look at that, like, oh, here's Future Ranger and that's the line, or the type of women that like see that and then swipe right on you.
Oh.
Like either way, it's lose-lose, man. That's gotta be lose-lose. Any chick that sees that and then finds that hysterically funny, Ranger, I don't.
So one for
talk
me,
to him,
let's
Eluna.
go.
Just talk to him. I know you get what I'm saying. Just talk to him.
You should ask Luna how I opened up to her.
Oh, what was it? What was the line? What was the line?
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yes, you do. I see the smile on your face.
I do not, though. That's the thing. Do I? I don't remember. I don't know.
Give her a hint.
You had to be specific.
Yeah. Hit her with it. Hit her with the intro to it. Don't give the whole thing.
I think it was something along the lines of like, I opened up with the generic hey, but then I looked at her bio because it was the things that she had in her bio.
Oh god.
And then, I try to like pertain it, push it forward
She
for
is
what
so
they have in the bio
embarrassed
to
right
make it seem
now.
like I'm interested. So then I push that out to try to.
So what did you say? What did you say? What was your line?
I think I remember.
You were talking big about your line, Future. So what was it? What was part of it?
I don't remember the shut up. I don't remember the exact messages because like I said, I left him on scene for months, okay?
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's
Maybe
why.
that's the underlying cause. It's the opening line that's just like he doesn't need it for 2 months.
Oh my god. I left him on scene, but after a while he sent me this whole ass paragraph stating as to why I should have been with him. I don't know. He went and
And that did it for you?
Well, that didn't do it for me because I left him on scene for 2 months, and when someone goes into that, I guess, phase of I'm gonna text this bitch a whole ass paragraph.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eventually they have to respond. I eventually responded, but
you don't have to. You don't have to respond to anything.
I mean, I don't have to, but it's Ranger, and that's.
Yeah.
I think that's
No, I know. He's a cutie. I get that part of it. Yeah.
I don't know, but.
So you're saying it was a combination of his dedication and superior looks that
dedication? What dedication? Just kidding.
I mean, the
Scream dedication.
He was insistent. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I would glance at his messages, and then I'd dip. So I have no idea what he's talking about. Love you, Ranger. By the way, I love you. Thanks. Oh, this is not making me look any good at all.
What do you mean? Yeah.
I don't know.
It's nice to see how the two of you think. It's definitely good. It's great. I love it.
I don't know. Even then though, I have a short-term memory loss myself. So
yeah, everybody does
I don't
to a degree.
Remember. Legit. I think the only conversations that I do remember are when we first actually started talking to each other. That's it. But other than that, I don't.
When it actually meant something.
I don't know. It didn't mean maybe. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
You know what, Ranger?
Go ahead, Future. Go ahead. Yeah, it sounds like you got something to say.
I was just saying because she said it didn't mean anything. I was like, well, damn.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it did. Because we've discussed this many, many times.
Uh-huh.
And I always get in trouble for it. So, I mean, but yeah, I don't think before I even started talking to Ranger, I think I didn't really respond to him. I would just look
Why?
at his messages.
He's a great guy.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know it then, but after all this time,
she was missing out.
I mean, I was missing out, yeah. And then I got myself into this whole Ranger biz, and now he's kind of a big aspect of my life, so to speak. So
there you go. I mean, it seems like you just you needed to take a chance on him a little bit sooner.
I wish I did, but
yeah,
I didn't. So too bad.
You
hate to see it, Ranger.
You hate to see it. But I mean, look, it could be worse. I mean, at least eventually you figured it out.
Well,
right?
We had that whole thing in the car, but we don't speak of it. That was an accident. Ranger's gonna try to tell everyone that it's not, but it was an accident. But I think that's kind of like, I guess, the part in our story that kind of makes us the way we are, so to speak. You know, because like Ranger could say really inappropriate things or like really stupid shit to me, and I know he's completely joking. Like I know he means nothing of it. But, you know, there's some times where people they're like, "You're gonna let him talk to you that way?" And it's like, I mean, he's joking, you know, but that's just kind of what we always done. But you know, it started, I guess, with that night by accident. So you know, that's kind of my fault to blame.
Okay, sure. I mean, yeah, something happened and it changed the relationship, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
We gotta hear about Professor Love Life.
Yeah. We're over here talking about Ranger and Luna love life.
What?
So we're over here talking about Ranger and Luna.
I know.
Love
Well,
life.
I mean, that's why I wanted you guys on the show to begin with. Was you know, people want to know. They're interested. They know that there's something there, but it's also they also know that it's more complicated than it may seem, and you know, it's just an interesting dynamic. And I was like going through the list of people that I want to have on the cast. And I was like, would it be enough to have Ranger? I was like, oh man, I think it'd be way more entertaining to have Ranger and Eluna.
Ranger's too boring.
It's like the yin and the yang, you know. There's it adds a lot of flavor to it. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like put you guys on the spot. I'm just curious about it, right?
You're
like
fine.
I know both of you guys as streamers, and I appreciate both of you guys, and you know, I've been following Ranger since he used to stream on an Xbox.
Oh, baby, Ranger.
While you were still on base at the time. And not, I think for a good chunk of that, you weren't even affiliate, right?
In the beginning half of 2020, I wasn't. I got it in like April of 2020.
Yeah. And I was following you back then. So to see you come this far, it's like really cool.
Yeah.
And as of late, since you've been like super consistent with your streaming and doing like a ton with Stream Raiders, it's like, oh dang. Future's like blowing up in the past like month or so. Like, well, really in the past like 3 or 4 months, but specifically in the past month, I was like, oh yeah, he'd be great to have on the cast. And then I was like, what would be a good compliment to that? I was like, oh yeah, Eluna would be, because you are super interesting in your own right, and you give me a different perspective. A lot of times, I can already tell. Future Ranger is glossing over stuff.
Glossing over.
And then I get the real scoop from you.
Yeah.
But then I have to go back to Future Ranger to really understand it. Like when Eluna, when you say, like Future Ranger will say, oh yeah, we started talking. Eluna will say, oh yeah, we met on Instagram. And I'll go, oh yeah, what happened there? And then it's like, oh yeah, it was actually Tinder. It's like, see, that's why I need both of you guys. You guys like, between the two of you, I really get the full story. If I had one on, I feel like I would get half the story. It'd be a really complete vision of what actually happened.
I mean, that's the truth. I ain't gonna lie there.
No. I don't, trust me. I like I totally believe what you guys are saying. It's like I knew that this dynamic existed between you two. I knew it. And that's what makes it so entertaining is like peeling that back a little bit and getting to know you guys on a level that like your communities and other people haven't quite seen before.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
you know,
God.
and Eluna, you know, when we first started, you were super shy and hesitant, and you know, I could tell like, okay, let's just we'll lighten up the conversation a little bit and start to let things go. But I like that. I like that you know, we get to see another side of you guys that you don't get to stream about. Like, you don't talk about this stuff on stream, right?
No.
I at least I've never heard of either one of you.
We just call each other lots of names.
Yeah, right.
And we make stupid jokes. That's literally all we do. That's
and there's been a couple of times where you guys are both like in Discord talking or whatever in game, but usually it's like Future is streaming and then Eluna's in chat, or Eluna is streaming and Ranger's in chat. So it's different. It's a much different dynamic hearing one person talk and seeing the other person in Discord. It's like way different. Yeah. So to be able to see both of you guys side by side talking, it changes things. It definitely changes things.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think there's ever not a time that Ranger and I like aren't jokingly butting heads. Like I could like.
That's good though. I feel like that's healthy, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how.
Okay.
I don't know how relationships work. I just kind of, when I first went into the relationship with Ranger, I was kind of really. I wasn't really thinking. I mean, I was thinking.
Yeah.
But,
right.
I wasn't thinking as hard, I guess, so to speak, because, with him, it's kind of like I've learned to just be able to be myself, no matter how stupid I can be. I can be pretty stupid. He knows that. And like, he won't really judge me on it. So, yeah, it's just kind of, it's been like the on-stream thing where it's like, if I mess up in Val or something, he's gonna talk shit because, he's Ranger. That's what he does.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of always been like, there's like never not a time that we aren't talking shit to each other. So.
I like it.
Yeah.
You got anything else to add, Future? You're looking pretty quiet over there.
Yeah, Ranger. Quiet. Just kidding. Yeah, why am I doing the talking on this subject?
I am curious though on what Luna plans to do like further. You know what I mean?
Further.
Like streaming wise, life wise, things like that. Like I know you're going to college, I know you're starting your streaming, but like what do you plan? Like what are your plans for going forward? What are you gonna get into and all these kinds of things?
You mean like our relationship?
I just mean like personally, like your personal stream, your personal life, all those kinds of things. Like what are you gonna do going forward?
I mean, with streaming, it's just a matter of like right now, like right now I'm having stream issues, but you know that. But as of right now, it's just streaming wise, it's fun. It's not really like, like how do I put it? Something that like I'm passionate about it, don't get me wrong, but I have Sky, which so I think right now personally it's just a matter of just kind of taking care of him. And like I've said to you a bunch of times, finishing school and leaving where I'm at right now in Texas. Just to kind of see what happens, just due to the fact that, where I'm at, the economy sucks. At least in my field, it sucks. So I definitely do have to think about moving somewhere where the economy is a lot better. But, streaming wise, as of right now, I can't really say like, I can invest like this much time because, like I said, I have Sky and there's a lot of, there's certain things that, that are on my mind. And, that for sure more than anybody. So yeah, it's just playing it by ear, just kind of taking it day by day, step by step, baby steps.
So what about you, Professor? What are you going to do going forward?
Man, I'm good question. In terms of like streaming and my plans moving forward, it's to continue to get better at what I do, and it's provide content in new and creative ways. Taking things that people can see anywhere and putting a unique spin on it. And then, getting better at my craft, getting better at it, finding more and unique ways to separate myself from other streamers and, keep people interested in it, and hopefully growing a community that people want to be a part of and, help build from the ground up. I'm still in that 15 to 20, 25 range in terms of viewership. So, anything I could do to make people want to be a part of it from the ground up, and hopefully take this thing to the next level and the next level beyond that. I don't have a specific deadline that I'm trying to hit. I already work full time, so I can kind of stream in my off time, and it does limit me. Full time streamers get a chance to stream more hours than I do, but the growth is coming, albeit at a little bit of a slower rate, but we'll keep up with the big guys and hopefully make something pretty special. Yeah. And that's where I'm at.
What about you, Ranger?
Yeah. By the way, Ranger's the one that's blowing up. Like, don't question me. He's the big dog around here.
As much as I wish that was true.
It is true.
I would say, like, going forward, like I said earlier, I would like. I'm just gonna focus on, of course, adapting my content to fit more people. Always bringing in more people, always looking to improve, seeing what other people do. How can I adapt that into myself to kind of see what works and what kind of doesn't. But mostly, like, in the general aspect and the major aspect is just get a community going, like something where I can have, an active Discord, an active, people that are in chat, people that I can actually, like, network and grow along with, and kind of help out those people, like, to try to move up into the streaming community and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
But I look more like towards, I guess, big picture, just for right now, I'm always pushing myself to be, higher, which is why I've been going, head first into trying to do, my Stream Raiders thing. I've been going head first, like, what games can I play? What do people like? I've been trying to build more of a community. That's why every Saturday is a community day for me. So I'll play things like Jackbox and Marbles, anything that lets the community actually play with me. I just keep going into people's streams so I can help out literally anybody that I can. And I'm just looking for just building a massive community within myself to help out, branch out more into other people. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, it really seems to be working for you, man.
Yeah.
I hope you realize that you've really come a long way from 3, 4, 6 months ago, and your hard work is definitely paying off, and I know that it's a grind and it takes time, but it's working, man. It's working. You see that, right?
Yeah, I owe it. I see it. I just, I just wish that it was more of, like, not to discredit anybody else, but, I just wish that more of the people that were actually coming in were, like, for my community. So I didn't really have to, like, rely on things like, raids, other people, kind of trying to come in and push it towards me. Like, I'm always going to be, I'm always going to be appreciative for anybody that's throwing people my way and anybody that truly believes in me, because every time somebody raids me, it's, them believing in me to hold their people for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So I just wish that more so, like, I could turn on stream and just be like, oh, I remember you, because you're a part of my community, because there's a lot of times where I'll be streaming and they'll be with their main streamer or anything like that. So it goes to fluctuate in viewers just because I have people that are part of other communities and all those kinds of things. So it's, I owe most of the credit that I have recently to a lot of the people that have been coming in and helping me out, which of course I'm appreciative for. And, they just keep sending people my way. I've gotten, some days I've gotten like 4 or 5 raids. So I always appreciate anybody that comes and throws people my way.
It was great. Cool. Did you guys have anything else?
No.
Oh, my last
topics,
question.
Questions, anything else? Nothing? All right. Well, I think that's going to just about do it. Well, Eluna03 and FutureRanger98. You guys both have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you on the next one.